Okay, so I'm trying to think where we left off here. Last time we got into Kamoshida's palace for the second time. We now have An as a party member, and she got her persona. So we've got a full squad, and I think what we're going to try and do today is hopefully get back into the palace and see how much we can knock out in one sitting.
Well then.
I know it's always kind of tough in the beginning because you don't have a lot of SP recovery stuff. But we're going to try and bang it out in as close to one day as we can. Oh, I think we unlock fusion too next time we go through. So hopefully we actually start to fuse some stuff. And basically we just don't want to get kicked out of school. So we're going to try real hard.
Oh.
And steal some hearts. I can't remember when you can go back in. I think you can go back in right after, now that we have on, hopefully. I really do like Kamoshida's palace, though. It's probably one of my favorite ones just because Kamoshida's such a dick. It's really easy to hate him, so you really want to get in there.
That's cool. I see.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So we need to work on the Doctor Social Link. I forgot about that. We should have the Doctor Social Link available now, so we can start getting recovery items and eventually, hopefully, some SP recovery stuff.
No.
So hopefully we can start working on that as well. We're still pretty early on here. I think I only have like 5 hours so far into my save, so nothing crazy yet. But we'll get there soon enough. I forgot how good this was. This is probably my favorite game of 17, so it really hooked me again getting back into it, especially after a little break. Especially once you get past some of the earlier stuff and you really get the freedom. I know the first month or two is kind of rough. You don't exactly get all the freedom yet. You don't have all the zones unlocked. You don't have all the social links. There's a lot of story in the beginning. Kind of a slow build, but still pretty good. So we're gonna meet up. I hope that this is the one. I hope when we meet up we can go back in. I think you can go back in today. Still too dumb to dodge. We haven't worked on any of our social stats yet.
Yo, I've been waiting.
Now then.
Ah, come on, Mona. Just want to get in there. It's really been a while. I really forget a lot of the early game, even though this is my second time through. I forgot how slow the early game actually is.
Hey.
Okay.
Ah, that's right. We haven't seen the airsoft guy yet.
Let's go.
So I'm Mona's got something cooked up.
I've got a good idea.
Oh, okay. So we are gonna go see the doc today. Let's go meet the doc, and I can't remember. I don't know if we can hit up the vending machines yet. Early on, when you don't have any SP recovery items, they're not easy to come by. Pretty much the best thing you can do is hit up some of the vending machines. I think there's some of the ones in your school, the one in the back streets here at the bathhouse. I can't do it yet. But there's a few. There ends up being like 5 or 6 vending machines you can hit up once a week that have,
Hey,
Come on, Mona. I want to buy that TV. But we'll have to remember to hit up the vending machines and get some SP recovery items. It's going to be hard to do the first palace in one in-game day, just because early on you don't have any
okay.
real good, easy access to SP recovery stuff. I feel like it really hits the stride around like probably like the 3rd palace. Once you get to like mid-level and you have some more persona slots and better access to recovery stuff. The flow's a lot better. I mean, honestly, I think the combat's great even from the very beginning of this game. But definitely gets better later on. Oh, let's see. We have horrible nightmares. We need some medicine. We can't take a single more moment like this.
Please head to the exam room.
So we're gonna get checked out by the hot punk doctor. See if we can get our hands on some bath salts. Should we just cut right to the point? Sure. She didn't fall for it. Hey guys,
What does this mean?
we're currently hitting up the doctor who lives in the back streets of Tokyo where we live. We're gonna try and get some of her custom meds so we can go extra long and extra hard in the palace tonight.
Really?
She just doesn't understand the struggle. Got some custom witch doctor meds. And we really do. This is like one of the social links you want to prioritize early on. No, we didn't bang on yet. No banging until you max out the social link. If you really hammer on them, you could probably max out the social links by like the middle of the game for somebody. It depends on your social stats, so it kind of takes a little while. You definitely can't do it early on, at least not first playthrough. So we're still flying solo. We got no booze yet. It's funny, you can actually, if you want to and you manage to pull it off, you can actually romance all the available social links. And there's a cutscene on Valentine's Day. And they all show up at your house and they're hella pissed because they all just found out that you're banging each one of them.
Okay. Which one?
Yeah, so right now, we don't have any of the really good items, unfortunately. Everything's still pretty expensive, too. We don't have a ton of money because we haven't done much yet. But so this is just regular health recovery stuff. I don't even think we're going to buy any of this right now. Yeah, none of this is super interesting. And Mona has stuff to fix most of these status effects, so we're not going to worry about this.
Take care.
We start to get a discount as the social link gets higher. And eventually she'll get us some SP recovery stuff. So we're not even going to mess with what she's got right now. None of this is super interesting. So the doctor has a super dark past, very troubled. So she's hiding out at this little hole-in-the-wall clinic in the middle of nowhere in Tokyo. She's got drugs that make you into a real-life X-Men. Super powerful. She really is making bath salts. You see, there's some shady shit going on here. They don't lay it all on you just yet, but so we know something's up with the doc. We'll come back. We'll talk to her soonish. Absolutely, we want that.
Yes. Okay.
So Ryuji's got us an airsoft gun hookup. We'll go to the airsoft guy's pretty cool. I like him. He's kind of a dickhead, but he's pretty interesting. I mean, honestly, all the social link characters are pretty good. There's none that I really dislike, besides maybe the reporter. She's pretty irritating. I didn't really do much with her link last time.
I see.
So, we've already used up all our time for today. We're done for right now. But
Okay.
we got plenty left to do. So, I guess tomorrow, I think we signed up with Ryuji. So we're gonna go hit up Shibuya for the first time. We haven't been able to go there yet. We're gonna hit up Shibuya and visit the airsoft shop and see if we can get ourselves some guns. We still can't finish cleaning up this room. I guess after we visit the airsoft shop, we can clean the room up, and then we can start working on making some lockpicks and stuff for in the palace, which we probably would like to do before we go in. There's a couple lock chests in there. I can't remember. I think just like 3 or 4. I don't think there's anything super amazing because it's the first palace. But eventually, you definitely want to make sure you hit all that stuff up. Like, when you actually finish the palaces, they are gone forever. So, anything you didn't get, item-wise, like chest-wise, is gone once the palace is closed. I mean, you can refight most of the enemies from a palace in Mementos, but
What's up?
I always try and get it as complete as I can. Otherwise, my OCD would be very upset. Alright,
Let's go.
so Ryuji's gonna show us his super sweet gun hookup. This is the first time we've gotten to get to Shibuya. This guy is also a social link. I actually really like this guy. He was one of the first ones I maxed in my first playthrough. We'd use a few more dudes like this today, unfortunately. So we will come back for him later as well. He makes negotiations a lot easier early on, because negotiations are kind of a pain in the ass. So this is Shibuya, which we haven't been to yet. This is like the main shopping district. There is 1 or 2 more, but this is like the main shopping area. There's a ton of stuff here. We got, man, let me even see here. We got a movie rental store. We have a bookstore. I don't think we can actually buy any books yet. No. Yeah, we're still, the game keeps you pretty laser focused early on. I think they try not to overwhelm you, because eventually when they do give you the freedom, there's so much stuff that you can do on a day-to-day basis. There's so much stuff that it's just like, if they let you do it all at once, it would just be overwhelming. So for now, we're pretty railroaded with what we can do. Like right now, we gotta go deal with Ryuji's stuff. But after Kamoshida's, it really starts to open up, and you'll at least have a good bit of the map and some of the social links. So, we got this shitty shop in the back alley. that Ryuji says he's gonna hook us up with some guns at. I don't think we're gonna buy anything yet. We don't really have a lot of money. And honestly, this early on, you're more coasting on your persona skills than your actual like melee attacks and gun attacks and stuff. So, you know, if you're playing it right and you're using weaknesses and doing all out attacks and everything, it shouldn't matter too much anyway. Most of the actual really good weapons and stuff, you get them from like either chest drops or from certain personas once you get the execution option in the Velvet Room. So nothing this dude ever sells is super amazing.
What?
Ryuji's already getting salty because he's being disrespected. Yeah, dog.
Whoa.
So, we'll see what he's got for us. I don't think we're gonna buy anything yet. It's not worth it right now. We'll be able to pick up some decent stuff soon enough. Can't trust the police.
Look.
I don't think we talked about. So the stuff in yellow, those are social stats, and what those basically are is you rank those up progressing through. Some of the stuff in the game is gated behind them. You'll be able to max them all in one playthrough, but usually it takes long enough that even though you max them all in the first playthrough, it's hard to get to everything gated behind them in time. And right now, we don't really have the option to boost any of the stats. None of that's really open to us yet, besides answering questions in class to boost knowledge. So Ryuji's gonna give us some money. I think we're just gonna hold on to his dollar bills. We're not even gonna buy anything yet. I don't even think it's worth it right now. Everybody's got their default weapons. I don't think we should need much more than that.
All right.
Let's see, armor-wise.
Which one?
Yeah, I mean, everything's a little better. It's like we don't have a lot of money. I think we're gonna sit tight on all this stuff, because there's gonna be chests and stuff. So, the theme in here is really cool, by the way. It's super... I love this game's soundtrack. It's all pretty chill. So, for now, we're not gonna do anything in here.
Come again.
We're just gonna hang on to Ryuji's money. And, that's it. Oh, there is a vending machine. Can we use this yet? Yeah, let's buy a couple weird military rations. I think some of these can actually give you SP back, so that'd actually be pretty useful for the first run through the palace. Looks like that one is not. I think it said it was an HP. So we have one SP item. We don't even want to use it, so this is way too good to waste in the beginning. Yeah, so it's 50 HP on that one. We'll do one or two more. Let's see if we can get an SP item. I think you can get some out of here. I don't want to waste all our money, so we can hit up we do want to hit up the other vending machines around the school and stuff, so we can get some SP items. We got freaking oatmeal. I don't think we want that one either. I think this is all. I'm not sure if I'm remembering this wrong or if we're just having bad luck. That one raises attack. That's not bad. Okay. We'll stop messing with this. We don't have a ton of money to waste right now, so. We'll get you something cool, Ryuji. Don't worry about it.
You here?
So we've already used up our Sunday. They're talking about the strange mental shutdown cases. Psychotic breakdowns. Poor Sojure, so misunderstood. seems like a dick. Soldier's actually pretty cool though. He was one of my favorite guys. He's his social link's really good. I don't want to be a dick to Sojiro. He's a pretty cool dude. Alright, so there's our Sunday. At least now that we've checked out the gun shop, I'm not sure how much more we have to actually do until we can get back in the palace. I know it's pretty soon. We don't have the deadline yet, though, so I think there may still be a few more days. Usually, once you're under the gun for the palace, there's actually a deadline that shows up underneath the date. So, Shiho's in a coma. She jumped off the roof of the school. She was getting abused by our boy Kamoshida. She was Ann's best friend. Ann's really only friend, I think. Ann's pretty generally unpopular. Nobody likes her. I think she's too snooty. So, Ann's worried about Shiho. She's super pissed off at Kamoshida. She's ready to get in there.
Okay.
There we go. Just about ready. Okay, so we're gonna clean up our our shitty room here, and Morgana's gonna show us how to make some lockpicks and stuff. Jen, I think the only thing that's really that useful, honestly, I think all I really made with Mona the first time through was lockpicks. Nothing else was super interesting. I can't really remember what else there is. I think right now we can just make maybe one. Yeah, like none of this is really that interesting. I mean, this one's kind of nice. Honestly, there's so many ways to get out of the palaces and stuff anyway. Like, pretty much any time, there's safe rooms everywhere, and you can travel to the beginning from a safe room. I don't even think I ever made or used one of these. It's like the same stuff. Like, none of this is really that interesting. So, the biggest thing is your lockpicks. And like this, I mean, unless you're getting seen all the time, the security level is never going to be that high. You've got to really be screwing up the fights to get your security level that high. So let's make a couple lockpicks with our cat buddy here.
What are your thoughts?
I guess we have to make them. I don't know how you do it with paws. So we got 2 lockpicks. That's at least a good start.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to take at least one break during Kamoshida's palace anyway. So we'll try and make some more so we can hit up all the lock chests there. So these are all our social stats. Like, none of these are high level yet. So we're a milquetoast, oblivious, inoffensive bumbler that happens to exist as of right now.
All right.
So
Okay.
we're just some small city idiot in the big city. Nobody likes us. We can't do anything right. Our whole world sucks right now. So all we can do is hopefully change some hearts and make things better. All right, so we're back to school. I'm hoping today's the day. There's our boy Kamoshida. I think this is where he decides to be a dick to us, and I think we get the deadline. We can hit up the palace. Such a dick. I think today's the day we get the, we'll finally get the official deadline and we can start getting back into the palace. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, he's waiting for Ryuji too. He's such an ass. So, everybody's pretty pissed at Kamoshida. Like, really, he's basically made everybody's lives miserable so far. We don't know the whole backstory with Ryuji and Kamoshida yet. You get a little bit of it in the beginning of the palace, but basically, Kamoshida screwed Ryuji over pretty bad. And obviously, he was pretty creepy to An, and he made her best friend try to kill herself. So everybody's pretty rowdy. So there's our deadline. Basically, every palace, once you're actually starting the infiltration phase, you have an actual month deadline, usually around a month, usually. And if you don't finish the palace, the game's over. Like, basically, the scenarios are different every time, but if you don't manage to pull off Kamoshida's palace in time, he really does expel you from school, and then the game's over. So, we have like a month. I mean, really, a month is plenty of time. But really, the best way to do it is you want to try and knock out the palace as quick as humanly possible. Just because it gives you more time for social links and to work on your stats or do, like, you know, part-time jobs for money. If you waste, like, if you end up taking 6 or 7 days every palace to do a palace, then you end up basically, you're wasting like 50 days worth of time you can be spending doing other stuff. So once you get past the first palace and you get like some recovery items and stuff, it's a lot easier to bang these out in 1 or 2 in-game days. And then it gives you more time. Like, basically, usually the way I end up doing this, I knock out the palace as quick as humanly possible, like a day or 2. And then, yeah, so there's our deadline. I knock out the palace as quick as I can. And then, basically, you get like a month to work on your social links or your jobs, you know, work on your stats, that kind of thing. And then you're back to it. We'll try and keep like the same cycle the whole way through. And we'll make a couple little detours in the way. Like, this isn't a New Game Plus, unfortunately. So we won't get to probably max out everything. But we're going to try to do as much as we can. There's a few little tricks along the way we can do. This basically just lets you cheat on really the biggest thing is just cheating on the answers in class. That's really the most useful thing about the online features. Like, in terms of what other people are doing, here, we'll try it out real quick. I didn't actually use it before. See, so like this, if you're new to Persona and you don't really know what you're doing, this is at least a good start. It kind of gives you a general idea of what everybody else is up to. So this is how everybody else who plays online, what they did this day on average. So you can see, you know, I don't know why 10% of the people would go and study. We're 2 weeks away from getting expelled from school, and 10% of the people playing this game decided they were going to go study. It looks like 3/4 went to the palace, and then some people went to go see the doctor, which isn't a bad call, because the quicker you rank up the doctor, the quicker you get some of the better, health restoration items and the SP restoration items. But we are not going to hang out with the doc today. We are going to hit up the palace for sure. We'll just chat with everybody real quick and see. I don't think there's anything really interesting going on in school yet. Like, honestly, yeah. And see, this is where we can start on Social Link. I don't think we can do this until it's over anyway. Yeah. So, An doesn't want to hang out until we get our revenge on Kamoshida anyway. So, actually, we have less than a month on this one. I forgot that it was shorter than that. Usually they're around a month, but so in this case, we only actually have 2 weeks to take care of Kamoshida. But the first palace isn't too bad. I don't even know if most of your classmates will even talk to you yet. Most of these guys, they're not really interested in you yet. They just think you're some fuck up from the sticks, and they think you're some super dangerous criminal. So our boy Mishima here is also going to get expelled if we don't pull this off, because Kamoshida was messing with him too. So right now, let's see here. Ryuji's blowing us up about the palace. So let's see here. We are going to save real quick, and then we will meet up with the squad, and we are going to head into the palace. Oh yeah, and I think we should have the Velvet Room accessible from inside the palace this time, so we can do some fusions. We don't have a ton of personas yet. I only grabbed a couple last time. Yeah, we got Pyro Jack, well, Jack-O-Lantern now, I guess. Pixie, and this very spicy horse boy here. But we'll see what we can fuse with these. So let's take Ryuji up on his offer. Everybody's ready to go to the palace. So let's head in. Let's see how far we can get into the palace today. So I don't think we're gonna be able to clear this in one day. It's probably gonna be more of a. It's probably gonna take at least 2 days. Plus, I'd like to go back. I don't think we have enough lockpicks to clear out all the locked chests in one run. So I think we'll take at least a 1-day break and make some lockpicks and come back and hit up the rest. Because I think there is at least 1 or 2 decent weapons in here. It'll save us some money, which we don't exactly have a ton of right now. So we want to try and get some slick deals on some weapons and stuff. So Morgana's explaining the whole idea behind the palace. Basically, the palaces, if you weren't here for the first couple, or you are just coming into this, the palaces are basically an alternate reality based on the palace owner's distorted mind. And the palace is basically anchored to what Mona calls the treasure, which is like some item that has significance to the person who creates the palace. And we don't know what it is yet, or where it is, or anything. That's why so we got a lot of exploring to do. But basically, to get rid of the palace and get rid of Kamoshida's distorted desires, we need to steal that treasure.
Now then.
It's like I said, so right now, no one really knows what's going on. I mean, obviously, the main characters have no idea. Mona is the only one who has even the slightest clue how any of this works. He's basically from the metaverse, so... he's the only one who really has any idea what's going on. So right now, basically, all of us are just winging it. So we are at our hideout. And we are going to hit up the palace. Yeah, so it's like if you fail the palace infiltration, usually they give you a little more generous deadline than 2 weeks, but this is the first one. It's not super long either. I think it's only like 3 or 4 floors. Some of them get kind of long, and they're actually end up being like, some of them actually have puzzles. This one's pretty straightforward. They try and just ease you into the combat and just exploring and safe rooms and fusion and negotiations. There's so much stuff that if they almost didn't hold your hand in this one, it would just be overwhelming, especially if you had never played before. This wasn't the first one I had played.
Let's go.
I played 3 before 5. I played them all out of order. I played 3, 5, and then 4. But even coming from 3 to this, there's still a ton of new stuff. So it's pretty overwhelming at first.
What's up?
Everybody's creeping on. I don't think her outfit could get much more fan servicey
I was just thinking we should choose
than
a
it
code
is
name
right
for
now.
A code name?
I'm Skull.
I think we actually we do have some. I don't have all the DLC outfits, but I think we do have some alternate outfits. Maybe we might put on something a little more reasonable.
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so.
So we're not looking at a furry basically the entire game. I had all the DLC outfits when I played on PS3. I dressed most of them up in what should we say? We'll call it. Let's go with Kitty Woman. So
Wait!
there's a lot of DLC outfits, and most of them are based on either
So not down with this.
other Persona games or the mainline games, the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Something better than just a little cat.
And a lot of the outfits are pretty cool because they change the music up. So there's some really cool battle themes from the other games that you'll get to hear if you have the DLC outfits from the other games. Like 3 has a pretty great battle theme. Some of the SMT games have a pretty good theme. I always like the Gekko-Con outfits from Persona 3 because that was the first one I played.
Cause it sounds.
So I used that one a lot my first playthrough. But we don't have any of the DLC ones, so.
She's a cougar.
A cougar.
Don't call me that.
So,
More
but
importantly,
the recurring theme with Mona and An is basically that Mona's always going to be super creepy. He's super in love with An, so.
Oh, right. Let's go.
Basically the whole game. So I didn't do the romance with An the first time through. I don't know if you actually romance An, if Mona gets upset.
All right, let's start fresh and get going.
So we might try and do her this time.
It's game time.
Alright,
I'll teach you guys the
so
basic.
let's see. I'm hoping we have the Velvet Room. Yeah, there's the Velvet Room.
My master would like a word with you.
So we're gonna go see what Igor's up to, and I think this is we get like the whole fusion tutorial. It's the same thing. They kind of hold your hand on this to make sure that you know what's going on.
The prisoner has returned.
Because if you don't grasp this stuff early on, it's gonna be a pain in the ass later on. Like, really, it's hard to level up your personas just fighting and have them be effective. I mean, basically the meta for Persona is you want to fuse new personas at as high of a level as you can, that preferably you have a max social link or a high social link
It
with.
seems you have remembered
So you're getting
my
personas
words.
that are higher than your level. Because otherwise, it's definitely more difficult.
You truly make it worth
So,
my
especially
ability to
if you're familiar with Persona and you're watching this and it doesn't seem super exciting right now, it kind of isn't. Very soon we're gonna get back into some action. But yeah, it's pretty handholdy until the end of the first palace. They want to make damn sure that you know what you're doing, because otherwise this would be miserable if you couldn't figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, Igor, we don't know what's going on, buddy. We didn't ask for this.
Shut your mouth and listen, inmate.
I am not attempting to withhold
All right.
information from you.
So,
The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete.
we have no
will be
clue what's going
explained
on.
in due
Basically, Igor
time.
just is rehabilitation over and over for the first couple hours of the game. It'll all make more sense later.
Once you encounter friends who share your aesthetics and discover your
Right now, we
place
only
in
even have a
reality,
couple social links unlocked, and they're all fairly low level. So I don't think we'll be able to
Only
fuse
then
anything
will I
super
explain
interesting
it all.
just yet. But we'll see what we can fuse with
Such
what we
a
get,
day
and we'll
should
make a
not
couple
be
pit
far
stops
off.
along the way and do some more fusion. We can't carry a ton of personas right now, so you want to fuse them all pretty much, well, pretty soon after you get them, because it's not like we can carry a whole bunch of these around anyway.
This time, I wish to introduce you to the aid we are providing.
So let's get through the fusion tutorial
Due to
here.
your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle more than one persona.
Yeah, so Joker is unique in that we can have more than one
That
persona.
power holds
That most of your
infinite
other
possibilities.
teammates cannot do
We
that.
will assist you in
It's always basically the main character is the one who can have more than one persona in every game, and that's, you know, that's basically what makes you so powerful. Is you can cover so many more strengths and weaknesses than any of your teammates ever can, because your teammates only ever get one persona with one
you
moveset.
must execute your persona.
And I think they actually make
Do
you
not
fuse
be alone.
Arsene the first time. I think
Personas are
a lot of people would always
personifications
keep
that
their
exist
first
within
persona, thinking that it was like special, you didn't want to waste it.
Thus,
And they
you
kind
will
of
only
set
be
themselves up for
discarding
failure, because
old
trying to actually just level up your
personalities to have
personas
them be
it takes
reborn
forever
as new
versus
ones.
fusing. So I think they actually make you fuse Arsene the first time to kind of make you realize that it's not a big deal. So let's see what we can fuse here. The first time we'll actually watch the fusion cutscene, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty long. We won't watch it all the time. But let's see here. So let's see what we can do here. And this is basically just explaining the social link. So every persona is tied to an arcana, which is listed over there on the right. So you can see like Mandrake is death, Agathion is chariot, and Silky is the priestess arcana. So as we unlock the social links that are tied to these arcanas, and you level up the social links, you'll get bonus experience from the fusion based on the level of the link. So if you fuse like that chariot persona right there, if you fuse Agathion and you did like level 5 social link and chariot, you'll get like 2 or 3 extra levels. So that persona will be fused at like level 6 instead of level 3. So basically, it lets you fuse personas higher than your level. So you can't normally fuse one higher than you. So if you're level 5, you can fuse a level 5 persona. But if you fuse a level 5 persona with a high social link, you can level it up to like 6 or 7. Yeah, see, so we can't fuse higher than our level right now. So let's see what we can fuse with what we have. Again, we can only fuse up to level 5, so none of this is super interesting right now. I don't want to fuse this guy yet, because On does have fire skills. Let's fuse him. So if we fuse Jack-o'-lantern and Pixie, we can get this spicy boy, which we actually saw him last time. I can't remember what, I think I screwed up the negotiation with Incubus, so we did not get him last time. So let's fuse him now. The other nice thing is too, so is if you stay up like on fusing your personas, you can see when you fuse it, you can actually see all the personas' weaknesses and strengths and stuff. So if you fuse them before you encounter them in a palace, you already know their weaknesses ahead of time, which is huge. It makes it a lot less trial and error to figure out how to go through the fights. So the best thing you could do is, at least what I like to do, I try and fuse them as much as I can. I try and get as much of the compendium as I can. It just makes the combat generally easier. And having more personas open, it just gives you more fusion options too. So we're definitely gonna try, and we're gonna be here in the Velvet Room a lot. So I hope you guys like this singing in the background and the sweet piano track, because we will be hearing a good bit of it. So right now we can only inherit one skill on this guy. We already have fire and electricity covered with An and Ryuji, so we'll take the debuff.
Its power will be nothing unusual.
And so right now we don't even have the Devil Social Link yet, so we're not going to get any bonus experience, but we will at least get a level 5 persona, which is still, I think our highest level one right now is Arsene. I think he's like 3 or 4. So let's fuse this guy. We'll watch the sweet fusion cutscene here. So we're gonna take our two boys here. And we're gonna load them up in the guillotine. So we will watch this every time. I do want to show it at least once because it is pretty cool. I want to show it once so people who haven't played this game can see this. So now we have Incubus. We've taken 2 personas and we have a newer one, it's higher level. It's like we can only pass on 1 skill right now, but if you fuse higher level personas with more skills, you can pass on a lot of skills. There's like a whole customization aspect. Like eventually you could build up some really powerful personas. And so we're still really early on.
How impressive.
So we won't be doing anything too crazy right
has
now.
been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
Okay. Alright, we'll roll with it.
Its worth will be made clearer when you return to the field of battle.
Gather personas and bring them here.
We'll be back.
Gather a great many, execute them, and
We're gonna be doing
continue
lots of
to give
fusion.
birth to even
We're gonna
stronger
spend a lot of time in the
personas.
Velvet Room, especially later on. There's some complicated fusions you have to
Developing
do
your powers as
to
such will
progress
play
a
an
couple
integral
social
role
links and
in the
stuff,
stand
so
against ruin.
we will definitely be back
So
here
that
a
the
lot.
rehabilitation
And we're gonna build
goes
some really
well,
cool personas.
then
I'd
all
like
the
to
variety
really...
of rituals
The thing is, if you're
to
watching
fuse
someone
and
play this
guide
blind,
executions.
and they aren't really sure what they're doing, they'll probably finish the game around like maybe high 60s level-wise, low 70s.
Depending on the effort you put in.
And at that level, you can't even get a lot of the really cool personas. Like, a lot of the really awesome endgame personas are like high 70s, low 80s level-wise. So,
Cry your tears of joy.
this
Inyo.
time through, since this is my second time through, we're going to try and break the game a little bit. We're going to do some stuff later on. We're going to get to a pretty high level. We're going to get a shitload of money. And we are going to try and fuse a bunch of super badass personas. I mean, this is probably like 80, 90 hours down the line. But we're going to work towards it slowly. There's a lot of stuff along the way.
A joyous fact indeed.
So Igor's got us on the path to rehabilitation. The Igor voice actor in this one it's a real trip. If you've played 3 or 4 before and you know what Igor sounds like, it's a real trip to hear him in this game because the voice actor is totally different. Sounds like Igor started smoking like 3 packs of cigs a day. He sounds pretty rough in this game. He already looked really creepy. The voice doesn't help at all. So Igor is now our highest social link at level 2.
Alright.
That's good. So we'd like to hopefully try and maybe fuse a couple full personas if we get the right stuff, because that'll be our highest XP bonus right now. That's the other thing. So as you progress the social links, most of them unlock like either abilities, or basically just bonuses. Like the social links for your party members unlock abilities, additional abilities for your party members in battle.
And see what is hidden
The
in the
non-party members usually unlock like bonus things, like you get like discounts at shops, or like you can do special things outside of the metaverse.
I believe
Generally,
you
they're
can
all
handle it now.
pretty useful.
May you
There's
continue
definitely
to
some that are more
devote
useful than
yourself
others.
To further rehabilitation.
The only one I can think of offhand that's really not very useful, at least it wasn't for me, I almost never used it, was the reporter's social link. None of her abilities
Now
were super
then, If
interesting.
you have any requests, we will heed
And
them.
kind of the same thing with I wasn't big on the fortune teller. I know some people really like the fortune teller's social link. I don't even think I maxed it the first time through. It didn't do much for me. Let's see what we have left here, persona-wise. I think we can do, like, one more fusion. Do we want to fuse him? What does he have? Yeah, nothing super interesting. He just has a physical skill. And he's going to learn Garu, which is a wind skill, but we already have Mona. He has a wind skill. So let's fuse Arsene and Bicorn, if we can. I'm not sure if it'll be at a level we can fuse it. Just so we have more room for more personas. Because right now we can only carry 6 anyway. We already have 3. So let's try and make room for some new ones. Everything you fuse or everything you negotiate with gets put in the Persona Compendium. So yeah, right now we have basically none. We don't have anything Persona-wise. There's a shitload of Personas in this game. As you see right now, we have 2% of it complete with like 5 or 6 Personas seen. So there's a ton of Personas in this game. So basically, once you fuse them or get them once, you can summon them for a fee anytime. So fusing them isn't quite the end of the world. Like, you don't really lose them. They're pretty easy to get back if you have one you're really attached to.
You wish to perform fusion.
Let's see if we can fuse Arsene and Bicorn. We can, but it's basically everything we can fuse is too high level right now anyway. So we are done here. We only have 3 Persona slots left.
You changed. Are you finished?
So if I can manage to pull off a couple negotiations without donking it, we will we'll get some more Personas. And we will come back and do some fusion. But we'll quit screwing around in the Velvet Room. We'll actually get some action done on the palace. Make some progress, do some fights, see some new stuff.
Why are you spacing out
So,
like that? It's kinda
our
hard to
teammates
tell what
can't
you're thinking
see the Velvet
sometimes.
Room. We are the only one who knows about Igor and the twins right now. No one else even knows what the hell we're doing.
We're counting on you, Joker.
We are definitely, it doesn't seem like it right now, because it's still pretty early on, but we are the most powerful dude in the squad.
Let's go.
Okay, so we now have quick travel. Yeah, and this isn't super amazing. This is like an online thing. You can send out an SOS. If someone answers, you get a little bit of health and a little bit of SP back, but it's like such a small amount that it's barely even worth it. We'll use it if we get in a pinch. I don't think it's anything amazing. Okay. So let's head up the safe room and we'll pick up exploring where we left off last time.
I'll just add this.
Whoops. It's been a while. I gotta remember all my controls. So let's see here. Underground prison. Is that the safe room we got to last time? Yeah. This is the one we want to hit up. So we've barely touched this palace so far. We basically explored a little bit of the first floor last time before we got on in our party. And that's really it. So we're going to really pick up the exploration today. So I don't think we're going to be able to finish the whole thing in one go. Either way, I'd like to come back at least once because I don't think we can get all the chests in the first run. But we are going to spend the rest of the night in this palace probably and see how far along we can get. And hopefully we're going to fuse some super cool personas. So let's see here. 1 second. Alright. Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. Let's save again, just so we don't have to watch the cutscene if we have to reload this save. I don't need to hear about the safe room again.
Okay.
Okay. So we are ready to go. And there's a fight directly outside the door. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully something that we haven't seen yet. Okay. Just Pixie.
The first move is ours.
Oh, what is
This
Piper
one's
weak
weak to electricity.
And I think Pixie is weak to gun. So let's show off the baton pass. So I'm gonna shoot Pixie. Pixie's weak to gun. So we're gonna shoot Pixie with a gun. We'll down Pixie. And what you can actually do is once you down an enemy and you get the one more, oh, it's gonna show us a tutorial anyway, I should have known. So once you down an enemy and you get a one more, you can either use your one more and keep going yourself, or you can do a baton pass to a teammate. So basically what we can do is we can pass on that one more to a teammate. So we're going to pass it to Ryuji. Oh, we can't yet because his social link's not high enough. Shit. So I guess we're going to pass it to An since she's all we have that we can pass to.
Not over yet.
But so when you do a baton pass, they also get a damage boost. So it can be pretty useful.
It can't take gunfire.
Yeah, I don't think
This one's
An
weak to
has anything
electricity.
that can do this, so we'll just do a... Who's next here? I'm hoping Ryuji, we can still get a turn in so we can down these guys and do an all-out. We'll just do a melee. I don't want to waste any. You gotta really be tight on your SP in the beginning because of the complete lack of recovery items, so we'll play it pretty
I
safe.
missed.
Yeah, okay. So Ryuji can go. So let's do, let's knock this down. We're gonna kill it anyway. But we can negotiate with Pixie.
Defeated. Go, give me more.
Well, let's talk to Pixie. Because any persona you've already gotten once, you can just skip the negotiation and get them again. So it basically gives you the option to skip the whole negotiation, which we will do. We'll pick up Pixie again, just so we have Pixie for, like, basically fusion fodder. So we'll fill up our very limited persona slots.
We all did great, huh? Yeah.
So pretty much every save room, we're going to try and go back to the beginning and see what we can fuse that's new, and start building up a good bit of personas here. At least with the small amount we can carry.
Now then.
Yeah, so Third Eye is the ability we just unlocked from Igor. If you use that, it shows you
I'll reveal your true form.
basically lootable items, the places that are kind of hidden that you can go to.
Now
We'll get to that
let's
soon
use
enough.
wings
Things
to
are
hit
weak
his
to.
weak point.
They're weak to guns too. So let's we'll just shoot them. We'll save the SP,
Looking cool, Joker.
and we'll pass to On again, I guess.
Do it.
We'll let On shoot the other one. We'll do an all out.
Say that again, Joker.
I'll show off. You can actually get money from these guys too, or an item. We'll do money. We could probably use the money. It's not like these guys give you a ton of XP anyway. And again, so we don't have to do the negotiation because we already had this persona, so we can just skip that and we can go right to getting the money. 800 yen. It's okay. At least for right now, it's a start.
Let's pull back for now.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check at C2. I want to see if we do have. I think we have a couple outfits. See if we can put on in something that's a little less ridiculous.
Okay.
Let's see here. I think we have a few. I think just like the school uniforms. Whatever the free ones are. Yeah, we have a few. Oh, we can put her in a. We can put her in the maid outfit. We'll just do the. We'll just put her in something normal. Let's try that. I think that's relatively normal. Instead of the spandex. That's alright. We'll roll with it for now. We'll look at some of the other stuff later. There's a few more other ones. So, this is Third Eye. So when I use this, you can see like it highlights basically these exclamation points are like action areas. So it highlights this so you know that you can climb up here. The stuff that's glowing is usually stuff that's lootable. So if we climb up here now, we can hop over here. This barrel is lootable. And we get some treasure that we can sell once we're outside of the palace. I think this crate is also lootable. Yeah. So this is basically the easiest way. This is where you're going to get the majority of your money, is selling palace treasures and stuff like that. So let's make sure we hit up everything in here real quick, because we do need the money. So we'll get this barrel. There's a fight on the other side here. I don't think we have the ability to sneak yet. We don't. So we got to just kind of wait patiently until he turns... Oh, almost ran right into him. Okay, there we go. You want to try and ambush as much as you can so you get the upper hand in the beginning. If you ambush, you pretty much always get the first turn with a couple exceptions. It makes it easier, because then you can basically run the board as long as you have enough weaknesses covered.
Calm down.
Again, I think this guy's weak to... Yeah, he's weak to guns. We'll just knock him down. We'll do an all-out attack.
They're losing the whole edible, Joker.
And that'll be it. I think pretty soon we get the ability to actually sneak around, which makes it even easier to get the... the upper hand with the ambush. Yeah, the XP, these first couple fights, there's definitely nothing right now about. Oh, he's directly in front of us. I think he'll turn around. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you definitely want to get the ambush as much as you can. You definitely do not want to get seen. That sucks. And then basically they get a whole round on you before you can even attack them. Which early on can actually be
This one's weak to electricity.
surprisingly deadly. Even on normal, if you're not exactly sure what you're doing, some of these fights can mess you up. We're just gonna do this guy. I don't even want to waste the SP. I don't think it's worth it. We can take them all out in one turn.
A spectacular victory.
We really want to try and conserve SP. I don't think we really talked about SP either. That's basically, you know, it's basically the equivalent of mana, whatever. It's what you use your abilities. We don't have a ton of it in the beginning of the game, and we also don't have any real easy access to
Stylish victory.
SP restoring items. And, I mean, let's look and see real quick. Nobody really has a lot of SP right now. Like, we have 50, Ryuji has like 9. He's more of a physical attacker. Morgana and Anand don't have a ton either. So this is pretty much all the SP we're going to get for this whole run through the palace today. Until we call it a day. So we definitely want to try and save it as much as we can for some of the more important fights. So we're not wasting the little bit that we do have. So we're going to probably stick to doing a lot of melee and gun attacks. Just because those don't use any SP. Like, most of these fights are not exactly anything super challenging anyway. The other thing, so if you use Third Eye and while you're looking at an enemy, they're highlighted with a color based on how difficult they are relative to your level. Like, obviously, if they're super tough, they'll be highlighted like in more of a red. Some of the really beefy enemies actually have like a red, almost like flame aura around them. So none of these guys are super tough right now. We're still basically in tutorial land here. Mona's going to teach us how to sneak, which makes this a lot easier. It's pretty cool too. You can hop around a good bit, and you can attack from the shadows and get a guaranteed ambush.
Now, let's carry out our plan.
Okay. I don't need the whole tutorial. I basically just explained the whole tutorial anyway, so we're gonna hide. Then basically you can peek around, you can jump from cover to cover. Once you get close enough, you get a guaranteed ambush from cover. While you're in cover, they can't ever see you or attack you. So it's pretty useful. These are new ones. We didn't see these guys yet. We could have fused one of these, but we didn't manage to. I'm pretty sure these are weak to wind. Mona has next turn, so let's just melee. We'll let Mona do Agaru and see if they are weak. I'm pretty sure these guys are weak to wind. We'll try and recruit one of these. Yeah, they are weak to wind.
Scary how good I am.
So we'll get Mona to knock these down. We're gonna try and negotiate with one. We'll see if we can snag a new persona. I really suck at these, but generally they're just a pain in the ass to begin with. So, like, most of these questions are just completely, I mean, they're kind of supposed to be ridiculous, but it's really hard to tell which ones are the proper answers. Like, even there are guides that explain basically based on what the persona's personality is, which you see before you negotiate. There's kind of guides as to what the answer should be, but it's still hard to tell. So, like, you know, I have no idea what this guy wants to eat. We'll take a guess. We'll just tell him to shut up. Yeah, and see, actually, and of course, he actually liked that one. So tell the persona to shut up was actually the correct answer, which I don't think most people would ever expect is the way you'd want to answer that question. So they're pretty weird. So this is the important question. The second question is the one that decides if they actually go with you. I don't know. If I had a super good bowl of curry, I wouldn't add anything. So unfortunately, we did not get... That's actually still good, though. The Soul Drop is a good item. That's actually an SP restoring item, so that is good. So that's still a decent result, and we'll pick up one of these guys eventually. We're going to be doing plenty of fights, so we will have a million chances. We'll have a million chances to get some of these personas. Worst case, we can always just fuse one later. Generally, as you get further on, I end up getting most of my personas via fusion versus negotiation. The negotiations are a pain in the ass. I have terrible luck with them, generally.
This door won't open.
So, we'll just keep going.
Enemy ahead.
Let's see, so we'll use our sweet new hidey ability here. Let's see, we can hop from cover to cover, and then boom, right from cover. Guaranteed ambush every time, so pretty useful. You definitely want to learn how to do it early on. I think this is silly. We can't even recruit her yet. We're still only level 5. I can't remember what these are weak to. Let's try gun. No, not gun. I'm going to take a crack at it. Not wind. Maybe lightning. We'll try again. There we go. Okay, so they are weak to lightning. We'll let Ryuji take another crack at him. We'll down him. We'll do it all out. I do love the all-out attacks. They're pretty cool. Super stylish. It's like it's something that it's. If you play a lot of JRPGs, it's like the complete opposite of how combat usually is, and something like, you know, at least your older Final Fantasies and stuff, where the combat was kind of more of a chore a lot of the time. You know, I never really felt like. I mean, my first playthrough, I put like 120 some hours in this game, and even in the beginning, I never really felt like the combat was a chore. You know, especially once you get the hang of how everything works. I always thought the combat was super fun, even in the beginning when you don't have super beefy personas or anything. It just flows so well. The fights are quick, they're flashy, the music's always good, the battle themes are great. You know, so it's always pretty fun. It's never boring. And it's nice because they're not random encounters, so it's not like you're trying to walk around. You can basically explore all you want, and you're not worried about getting into a stupid random encounter every 5 seconds, which is my biggest beef with, like, you know, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Gee, I wonder what could possibly be the mystery of this room. We have these bars here, and we have these gigantic goat heads. I don't know. Could be anything. Let's let's give him a yank and see what happens. I'm pretty sure this is actually it. Honestly, I don't even remember. It's been a while. Let's try the other one. Which got dunked on by Kamoshida. So this is what happens when the enemy gets a drop on you, basically. When you don't get an ambush, you're surrounded. It's harder to escape when you're surrounded. And basically, every single enemy gets to do a free round of attacks on you. It's basically the opposite of what happens when you're going at it. So it does suck. It's a pain in the ass. You can see, like, so that guy, when Bicord hit Morgana there, he took off over half his health in one attack. So early on, it really does suck to get ambushed. Like, you can get wrecked pretty fast. So we're gonna knock down Pixie.
Looking cool, Joker.
And hopefully we're gonna manage to get a turn to Ryuji in time so we can knock all these guys down and do it all out. I don't think I have anything that has lightning right now. I do. I forgot I had Pixie. So we'll knock them all down with Joker. Just because I'm not sure if we'll get to Ryuji in time.
Looking cool, Joker.
So it's like I said, if you do all the weaknesses, we got 3 attacks without the enemies moving, as long as you hit the weaknesses up. So now they're all down. We'll do an all out, and we'll get the hell out of here. They all still got a round of hits on us. So you do not want to get ambushed, pretty much ever. And we have a whole nother second round of fights here. So, like, these guys, they can really mess you up. These are all weak to guns, so we'll do the same thing. We'll just shoot them all. Mona can actually hit anything with this damn slingshot. We'll knock them all down. All out attack. We're done with this. But it's like, if you're new to this, it really can be tough. Like, if you don't have a grasp on this yet, and the game basically just hits you. So if you trigger that trap, you're fighting 7 enemies in a row, right there. And at the beginning of the fight, they both get a free round on you. It can get tough.
All right.
Done and done. Let's move on.
Let's see. I don't even remember what the deal is with this room now that I think about it. You know, I was just being a dick before, joking about the stupid goat heads, but now I really don't remember how the hell you actually do anything in this room. Maybe it's the ones on this side. Let me heal up before we fuck with these, just in case. Just in case they decide to come after me again. The nice thing is, so now Morgana already had support skills. Morgana's kind of like a support character. Ann's kind of the same way. They both get, like, elemental attacks and stuff. Ann gets a lot of healing skills, and Morgana also gets some healing skills and some support skills, like some buffs and stuff. We'll try these and just see. I can't remember how the hell this works. There we go.
Whoa.
You know what? I'm an idiot. I think if you use Third Eye in here, I think it highlights the one that you're supposed to use, and I think I just wasn't doing it right. But we got to see what an ambush looks like, in case anyone was super curious about it. So now we have a map. of at least some of the palace. I don't think it's a full map,
Now then.
but now at least we have a general idea of where we're going. So obviously the red is rooms you haven't been to yet. White is rooms that you have been to. So you can see the room in white down there in the middle that's actually the entryway to the palace. The second floor of the entryway. So we're gonna loop back around to the entryway here shortly. Yeah, see, this isn't the full map, but this at least gets us started. This gets us on the right track here. So let's keep rolling here. There is an enemy out in this hallway. You can see the red dots on the map are enemies. Let's see if we get hidden up here. So we'll hide, and we'll just wait for him to come by, and then
I'll reveal your true form.
rough him up a little bit. Just Bicorn again. Electricity. We'll just melee. I'm not even gonna waste the SP. There's no point. I think we can knock him out in a round of melee. Let's see. You know, Ryuji has some physical. Let's show. So this one's interesting. It's a little bit different than what you normally expect in terms of resources. Physical. Let's go back here. So the elemental attacks, the elemental spells use SP like you'd expect. Physical attacks, your physical attacking characters with their physical abilities actually uses HP instead of SP to do a physical attack. So Ryuji has a shitload of health, and it's easier to heal. So actually using physical persona abilities isn't a bad option. See, that does a shitload of damage for only 7 health, and it's way easier to get health back than it is to get SP back this early on. So, and Ryuji is definitely pretty strength focused. So we'll probably try and make use of that in here. Eventually, as I get further in, I like to set up the main character as kind of like a physical attacker and get him pretty strong.
What do we do?
I usually like to focus on physical persona for him because you get plenty of weaknesses covered. Your party members get a good bit of elements. These guys are both weak to gun, and we already have Incubus, so we'll knock him down. A good trick is generally any personas that are flying, usually anything that's airborne or has wings, a safe bet is to try gun attacks first. They're usually weak to that. So it'll get you off to a good start. Let's actually try and negotiate and see if we can get let's see if we can get some SP items. I'm not sure what this guy gives you, but see, so we already have Incubus, so we can skip the, it's just an HP item. Not amazing. We'll still take it. Right now, we have pretty much no items recovery-wise, so we'll take whatever the hell we can get. Like, once you get further on, I really didn't use the negotiations for items or money that often.
I can feel it.
Just because there's, especially later on, there's some tricks you can use to get a shitload of money. We'll get to a point in this game where we honestly will not need another dime, because we'll have so much money we won't even know what to do with it all. So eventually, then, really, you just knock them down and do a lot of attacks. Early on, the negotiations can be kind of useful, because you don't have a ton of items and stuff, so it can be a decent trade-off. So, this door is locked. So, we use our third eye, we can see, so there's another place we can jump up here. So we're going to climb this guy, and climb up here. And so, we are on... This is actually the entryway. This is where we had the cutscene. I'm trying to get a good view, but I don't think I can from up here. This is where we had the cutscene where Ryuji got his persona. This is the very entrance to Kamoshida's palace. So we are up on the upper level. We are going to sneak our way around here. That's a decent view down there. So you can see the entryway down there. Work our way around here. If I can remember where the hell I'm going. Oh, I think we're going to jump across here. Yeah. So... Whoop.
I'll reveal your true form.
Just got some random enemy spawns. What we got here? Bicorn again. Lightning. Let's see. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't really want to waste any SP. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have brother just do a melee. What personas do I have here? What kind of abilities do I have? We can do a physical attack with our Sen. Oh, we can do a physical with Bicorn. He has a good bit more strength. So let's do that. So we'll do a physical on this guy. We're gonna have Ryuji. Oh, that hit a lot harder than I thought. Fuck that. All right, so we'll have. We're in good shape because On's got a turn still too. So we'll just have Ryuji do a physical. We're gonna save all our SP. I want to get as much of the pals covered as I can tonight. So when we come back, it's more of just like a mop up. So we're not under a huge time crunch to get everything done. So we'll just let On finish him off. We'll shoot him just because it's fun. On has an SMG. It's really satisfying. So
We took them all out.
wasn't an all-out attack, not as flashy, but we're really trying to conserve SP right now because we don't have any. So we're level 6 now. We had a couple fusions we were waiting to do that were gated behind levels. So we do have a few new fusions available. I think there's a safe room coming up. And we're getting, I think we're at least getting close to full on personas. I can't remember how many we have. We have 4. We'll try and do some more fusions here in a minute. I think there's a safe room right on the other side of this hallway, if I'm remembering right.
I have something.
So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so we're gonna. I can't remember if there's any items up here we can grab too.
Feel it.
I don't think any of these are lootable. That's not. Nope, nothing lootable here. But so now we're on the other side. We just hopped our way around. Let's see, are there any enemies in here? No. So these big glowy chests are the ones that need a lockpick. So I can't remember what's in this one. We'll use one lockpick though. To see what's in here. And there is a safe room here, so we'll go back. I don't want to spend too much time in the Velvet Room. Because I want to do more of the palace. But we'll see what kind of fusions we can do. I know there was at least one more we could fuse that was level 6. So we'll run back and we'll do at least one fusion. Gold breastplate we can put on. We'll probably put that on the main character. On our boy brother. So one of the interesting things is, I know in a lot of JRPGs, like, if the main character gets down, it's no big deal. You know, you have 3, 4 other party members, you just revive them and you're good to go. But in Persona, if the main character is down, even if the rest of your teammates are alive, it's game over. So generally, you always want to protect the main character. So, I mean, honestly, the gold breastplate is really not even any better than what we have now. It's basically a wash. It's a little more defense for less evasion. It's really not even great. I did forget, we have these robes. These are from the DLC. These are at least decent for right now. It's a lot more defense. So we'll put a robe on Brother. And we'll put a robe on... We'll put it on Ryuji. Because I forgot about these. Eventually, these are actually used for fusion stuff later on. It's basically to fuse personas into... You can actually fuse personas into weapons or armor later on. That's way later on, so we won't worry about it too much right now. That's what the robes are for. Morgana can't wear human clothes because he's a kitty, so we can't even equip that on Morgana. So yeah, we'll equip Brother and Ryuji with the robes for right now. Let's save, and we'll hit up the Velvet Room real quick. We'll do... I think that there's at least one fusion we can do. We'll do the one fusion just to see what else we can get in our Persona stable here. So we can fast travel back to the entrance now that we've hit the safe room, and then we can also fast travel back to that safe room. So now that we're back at the entrance, let's hit up the Velvet Room real quick. You can listen to the sweet, soothing piano tunes again for a minute while we chop some Persona's heads off.
Something.
And then we'll get back into tearing up this palace. I think there's a sub-boss coming up relatively soon. Wow, we can really freak the screen out there. Can't remember too. I don't know if we can unlock the twins' confidant yet.
It's me.
Yeah, not yet. The twins here, Igor's assistants, are actually a social link later.
You
But
certainly...
we don't have that unlocked yet. So let's see what we can
The inmate
fuse
needs
with
a
what we
wish to
have
perform
here.
Now choose.
There's 2 ways to fuse. You can either pick them manually, or you can actually fuse by result, which
path do
basically
you want?
lists everything you can fuse. So right now, Gathion was the one in the guy in the jar that we failed the fusion on, I
Not
think.
terrible,
Yeah.
but not impressive.
So if you look now, you can see this is one we actually have a social link for. So if we fuse this guy, he would get enough XP to level up to level 3. Or I'm sorry, he would get enough XP to level up to level 4. He's already level
Not
3.
impressive.
I don't know if we want to fuse him right now. Let me see what else. So that's Pixie and Arsene. Or fuse Bicorn in our Sen, we can get
Looks pretty tough.
Silky. We're actually, yeah, let's fuse Silky because we don't have any characters that have ice skills yet. And I think we're gonna fuse.
A strong persona
I wanna
indeed.
fuse here.
I see. A strong
I
persona.
don't want to fuse our Sen because
indeed.
he has our only curse skill.
Looks pretty
We'll
tough.
fuse Bicorn because he doesn't have anything amazing right now, and neither does Incubus really. Like none of these are super great. So let's fuse Bicorn and Incubus and get Silky. We don't have a social link for Silky yet.
Looks pretty
We'll
tough.
do it anyway.
Choose the inherited skills, inmate.
Oh, you know what though? Let me see. If we fuse with our Sen,
tough.
can I
Choose
pass
the
on the
inherited
curse skill?
skills,
No.
inmate.
Okay, so we will fuse Bicorn and Incubus. I
see.
want to keep our Sen because he has a
Choose the
curse
inherited
skill for right
skills,
now.
Inmate.
And in terms of what we'll pass, only pass one skill. I don't know if Life Drain is worth it. I think I'd rather have the debuff. Honestly, the attack debuff is probably the most useful one right now. Because the enemies do hit decently hard early on. So we'll kind of try and build Silky out as like a support / damage dealer. It is nice to have Bufu. Bufu is the ice skill, which we don't have anybody who can cover ice yet. Ryuji's lightning, On's fire, Mona's wind. So we will fuse Silky so we can get ice. And we're not going to watch the fusion cutscene. Same thing as last time. Put the bag on their head, load them up in the gallows, chop their noodles off, get a new persona. We don't need to watch it every time. It is pretty cool though. The Velvet Room is pretty cool. This whole game is just so stylish. So you can see here, we can actually, we have the ability, we have the stuff to fuse a level 26 persona, but obviously we can't do that yet because, well, you know, we're level 6. So we'll sit on that for now. We could fuse a Gathion too. We're gonna lose our Sen. Let me see if I can pass on the curse skill from our Sen. We can. Okay. So we're gonna fuse our Sen away too. And pass on
Choose the
the curse
inherited
skill.
skills, inmate.
So we can still see
Will
some
it
new
gain
stuff.
new power? I wonder.
So let's go ahead and fuse. So none of this really matters right now. And it's nice because it gives us more room to carry more personas anyway. Oh, I forgot. You get a special cutscene when you fused our Sen.
The other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment,
Yeah, and see, basically what they're telling you is,
always be at your side.
I think the reason they did this was because in the original games, like 3 and 4, people were, I think people didn't fuse their first personas. They thought they had to like hang on to them because they were special.
When your fate
But they're telling you that it's not a big deal. Like you can fuse your main persona. You're pretty much expected to fuse your main persona. There's no point in trying to level up our Sen for a long time. So let's get our spicy demon boy in a jug. And so now I think we only have 3 personas. So that's good. So we have some slots open for new ones as we keep progressing through. So it kind of sucks in the beginning. So there's our level up from the social link. But yeah, it kind of sucks. You can't carry a ton of personas, unfortunately. Bareth.
Excessive power
He's
only
pretty cool.
leads to
But I think we
destruction.
we'll get to actually negotiate for him later. So we won't, either way, we can't fuse him yet. He's level 9. So we're good for right now. Right now we have, we only have 2 personas now. But we do have one level 6, level 4, so that's decent. And we did get some new elements that we didn't have before, so that'll give us a better chance to knock out some weaknesses. So let's get out of the Velvet Room for now. We're done here. We'll be back plenty of times. Let's move
No
on.
slacking
Let's
off.
get back to hitting up this palace and see what we can get going here. I really want to get
I should
a
write
good chunk
something.
of this done tonight. So let's save. And we'll hop back to the safe room we just came from on the 2nd floor. We'll keep exploring
And we're here.
and keep rolling. I think we looted everything in here. Yeah, we did. Alright. I don't really remember there being a lot of puzzles. I don't really think there's any puzzles.
Listen up.
Oh yeah, Mona's basically explaining what I talked about earlier. So if you use Third Eye while you're looking at an enemy, the color of the enemy gives you an idea of how tough they are. That's it. So it's like this guy's around the same level as us. Nothing crazy. So let's keep moving here. Let's see. So we'll hop around, we'll ambush some dudes. See if we can get some new personas. We got 4 empty slots, so I want to try and snag some guys here. Ah, this is one that we don't have yet. I think... let me try Bufu, but I think these are weak to wind or lightning. I think. God, I honestly, it's been so long, I honestly don't remember. So this is almost like a blind playthrough in that sense that I don't remember what anything is weak to anymore. Let's try wind. No, not wind either. I guess we'll just blow through some SP, I guess. I do want to say, because I would like to snag one of these. Because they're level 6. We don't have one of these yet. Let's, just give Ryuji a crack at it. Okay, so it is lightning. Let's knock this guy out. Let's see if we can pull off a negotiation. Let's see if we can pick up a new persona. Some of these answers are so ridiculous. What do we want? We want girls to like me. Oh, and see, that was the actual right answer, surprisingly enough. It's so weird. The questions, the whole demon negotiation thing is so strange in this game. It is kind of funny. But so now we gotta nail the second question. Boy, I don't know. Well, we don't even have... Ma and Pa kicked us out because of our criminal record. So let's say she can wait and see what we get. Ah, that's it. So we just pulled off a negotiation finally. We got a new persona. So now I think this guy is... what the hell is his name? Kelpie. Okay. So we got a weird half-horse demon in our squad. But that's good. So we got a level 6 persona. And now we got something else we can fuse with. Hopefully some new skills. I can't remember what abilities he learns. We'll check that out here in a sec. But, so we're slowly working on our arsenal of personas here.
Okay.
Let's see what our boy Kelpie here has. He's got wind skills. That's decent. Whatever. He's alright. We'll hang on to him for now until we can fuse him with something else. Nothing to write home about. None of these guys are anything crazy right now. They're all pretty cool looking though. The designs are pretty... they're a little out there, but they're pretty neat.
I'll reveal your true form.
I really do love the art style for this game. I'm probably going to end up saying that about 12 times during this playthrough. So this is Bareth, which we can't actually fuse yet. Shit, I can't remember what he's weak to. Let me try Ice, because I think Bareth learns fire skills. He might be weak to Ice. Yeah, I think he is. Got him. Alright. So we can't actually pick him up yet as a negotiation. We can't pick him up as a persona. We're too low level. I don't know if we want money. Let's just knock him out.
Okay, guys.
The negotiations get a lot better. Wow, we didn't even take him out when all out attack. He's pretty tough. The negotiations get better as you work on a couple social links later on. You'll basically get some abilities to kind of streamline the negotiations and make them less tedious. So let's just finish him off for now. We'll move on here.
Nice job, Panther. We took them all out.
We're making pretty good progress, though. I can't remember how many floors. Kamoshida's palace isn't huge. I think it's only like 3, maybe 4 floors. Okay. It's definitely not gigantic. We'll get a good chunk of her done tonight. Let's see here. Nothing we can loot. Oh, there's a guy right at the top of the steps.
I'll reveal your
Grab
true
him.
form.
Really want to get some more personas here. Okay. And see, so the nice part is, so we haven't seen Silky up until now. This is our first time actually seeing her as a persona. But since we already have her, we already know the weakness, so it makes these fights a lot easier. So now we already know how to knock her down. So let's see here.
Weak to fire skills.
We can knock down Incubus with the gun, and then we can actually baton pass to Anu as fire, and then she can knock down Silky with fire, and we can do this whole thing in 2 turns. So let's knock down Incubus. If Joker can actually hit with his gun. And then we're gonna pass to On.
Go ahead.
Pass the baton and follow up.
And we're gonna use Augie, and we are gonna burn Silky up. And then, so they're all down again. And then we can knock these guys out. I don't know. We'll just knock them all out. If I had a better idea of which personas gave out SP items in negotiations, I'd try and spend more time on it, but I don't remember offhand which ones give you SP recovery. So for now, we'll just take the XP and the money from killing them.
right?
Because I can't remember.
Man, that was easy.
So that's a dead end over here, so we need to take the long way around. Make sure to leave some stuff on the way. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't even know if there's any puzzles in the first one, to be honest with you. I think they go pretty easy on you the first time through the first palace. They don't really give you a ton of stuff. I thought I could sneak up. Oh boy, I thought I could sneak up there. There we go. Just have to do that. All right, so let's knock this guy out. There's a lot of shadows in this room. Just kind of work our way through nice and slow. And again, so we already have Agathion. Let's see. So he's weak to wind. We'll knock down Pixie with the gun.
Looking cool, Joker.
Remember if we can I pass to Morgana? No, On's the only one I have the baton pass unlocked for yet. As you level up the social links, you unlock baton pass pretty early. It's just we haven't really done any social link stuff yet. So let's So we need to go to Morgana. He's next anyway. So we'll melee this guy. We'll let Morgana knock these guys down. And we'll do another all-out attack.
It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am.
Oh, you know what? I think these guys give SP items because we failed the negotiation with this guy the first time and he gave us a soul drop or something. So let's negotiate with Agathion again. And since we already have him, oh shit! I don't think that was what I wanted. I don't think Devil Fruit gives you SP back. We'll have to check and see. I can't remember if that was what I wanted. Maybe I had it backwards. Alright, I remembered wrong. I could have sworn that guy gave SP items. I could have sworn we just got one, like half an hour ago. But I might be wrong. Let's check real quick to see. He gave us a Devil Fruit. Yeah, see, that's HP. It's not even sad. Not even really what we wanted. But that's fine. We'll keep moving here. Oh boy. I accidentally slipped out of cover there. So that was not an ambush. Unfortunately. Okay. So, man, we're running low on ammo. Alright, we're just gonna knock down one.
Looking cool, Joker.
We'll knock down two. And we'll baton pass to On and let her shoot some. She has way more ammo than Joker does.
Not over yet.
So we'll let her knock a couple of these guys down. There we go.
Don't move.
And we'll do another all out. We'll just get this over with. Yeah, it's really tough early on. You kind of run into a point where you just, even though you want to keep going, you just run out of resources. You know, you run low on SP, you run low on healing items. It's just tough. The first couple, you definitely got to put more effort in. Let's see, can I hop up there? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted.
Show
We'll
me your true
ambush.
form.
Knock these guys out. What we got here? Just Silky again.
This one's
So
weak to electricity.
fire and electricity. What do we have? We have wind, curse, and ice. So nothing.
Not that.
It's weak to fire skills.
Fire and lightning. Who's up? Morgana's up. Alright, we'll just melee for now. We should be able to target for On or Ryuji. We'll let them handle this. Yeah, On's up. So we'll let her handle this one. On's pretty decent caster. She does pretty good spell damage. We'll probably be using On and Ryuji for most of the game. Honestly. Mona, I'm not a huge fan of. Because honestly, if you have On in your party, On's already a pretty good support character. And Mona kind of fills the same role. So I usually swap out Mona at some point. We have one shadow left in this room to handle. Let me see how everybody's doing on health real quick. Everybody looks alright. Couldn't remember how bad we got roughed up from that one fight. So let's get in here.
I'll reveal your true form.
We'll finish this room up and keep moving. Oh, was Kelpie weak too? Electricity. I can't baton pass yet. Let's see. What we got? I think we have some physical skills we can use, right? Yeah. Let's do a lunge with Kelpie. That's decent.
This one's weak to electricity.
We'll let Morgana knock this one down, and then we'll let Ryuji knock this one down.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Ryuji's up next.
The last.
So we'll let On attack. We'll let Ryuji hit lightning on this guy and knock him down.
Serves you
Nice
right.
going, Skull.
Let's negotiate. Let's see what this guy will give us, item-wise. Another healing item. Son of a bitch. That's all right. We're doing okay on SP for right now. We do have one SP item, I think, but that's it. So
Okay.
we're basically just gonna go until we're at SP, and then that'll be where we stop. Let me see. We have two paths here. I can't remember which way is the way we want to go. I think this ends up being a loop eventually. No, it looks like that. I guess somewhere else. Let's check over here first, because over to our right, that leads up to the stairway, which I think is the way to actually progress. So let's check what's over. Maybe there's a safe room over here. Is that what that is? Oh, there's a treasure chest over here too.
There's a treasure chest.
So let's see what's in this chest, and we'll check that other room. There's an SP item, so that's good. That'll at least, I think it's only 50 SP. But that's pretty much one character's entire SP pool, so that's good. So that'll keep us rolling for at least a little bit if we decide we want to use it. Let's see what's in here. Oh,
This door won't
we can't go
budge.
this way anyway.
Let's find
So,
a different route, Joker.
well, let's head over to the steps.
I have
I
something.
think we could loot in here. Oh, yep. We missed one thing. Okay.
I can see it.
I think that's it. So let's keep rolling. Let's go get to the steps.
Focus.
We'll keep progressing through. Let's see how far we can get. Can I scoot my way over there? There we go. Okay.
Show
Get
me your
him.
true form.
Let's see. Wind.
It can't take gunfire. Lock and load.
Wow, Pixie has a shitload of weaknesses. I didn't even realize. Let's see.
Hold on.
I don't think I want to
Weakness is
shoot Pixie.
Ice.
Just because we're running how much ammo do we have? We have 5 shots. We'll knock down Pixie.
looking cool, Joker.
And I think, who's up? Mona's up next. What are these guys weak to again?
Let's go.
Oops.
We use wind to hit its
They're weak
weak
to wind.
point.
Wow, we do have wind. We'll let Joker knock these down. We'll try Kelpie out.
Cool. Looking cool, Joker.
So we'll just let Joker handle this whole fight.
Looking cool,
And
Joker.
Let's
we're
go.
all out.
Okay, guys. Let's do it.
We're making pretty decent progress here, I feel like. Slowly.
All right.
Steady. Let's see. I can't remember if there's anything lootable up here. Oh, so this is where... Yeah, so we basically just made a whole loop around. This is where we just came in and came up the steps on the other side.
See it.
There's a barrel we can loot down here.
I can feel it.
So let's snag the barrel. There's an enemy in here. I think he comes back around. We'll just wait for him so we can get the ambush. Well, maybe he doesn't come back around. I thought he came all the way around. That's alright. Oh boy. Oh, this is going poorly.
All right.
There we go. He is coming back
I'll
around.
reveal your true form.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Same fight as last time. So, do the same thing. Shoot Pixie. Who's up next? Mona's up next. I'm gonna let Mona knock these guys down so we can conserve some brothers SP. We'll let Mona handle these. And then we'll just do another all-out, since, I guess... I really thought one of these had SP items, but apparently they don't. So, we're not going to bother negotiating.
It's
We'll
almost
just get the
scary
items.
how good I am.
Actually, I just changed my own mind again. So, let's pick up another one, because we fused a Gathion, I think, didn't we? Or do we still have him? We'll just kill him. Doesn't matter.
Okay, guys.
I think we did fuse Gathion. I should have just picked him up so we had another one to fuse with other stuff, but that's fine. We can always do that later. It's easy once you've already gotten him once to pick up another one.
All right.
You know, you can either resummon him from the compendium in the Velvet
really
Room,
weak.
or, you know, you can do a negotiation. So it's not a big deal. I'm not super worried about it. So it looks like there's an alternate path here we can take. Let's go through this vent shaft here. Looks like we got ourselves a little shortcut. I think this door is locked from the other side. Yeah, there's a but see, I think we're out of lockpick, so we can't even. Oh wait, I don't know if that was locked or not. That might just be a regular chest. Yeah, that is. So
Okay, let's go.
let's take out this guard.
reveal your
Get this
true
treasure
form.
chest. And keep moving towards the steps. See where this takes us. Just one enemy. Incubus should still be weak to gunfire, I think, right? Nope. So this must be like a sub-boss type thing. He doesn't have the same weaknesses as regular Incubus does. Let's see. Yeah, he should be weak to gun, but for some reason he is not. That's okay. Let Ryuji finish him off. This might actually be a tutorial fight. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so occasionally, when you're in a fight, if you get a persona to critical health, they'll actually, sometimes they'll offer to join you without you having to actually complete the negotiation. They'll actually just offer to join your team. Not all personas do it. Yeah, see. So, timid shadows are more likely, irritable shadows will probably never do it. But, so you can do it without. So, yeah, we can get a free persona. So, we'll grab him again. So, we already had Incubus. We'll grab him again in case we decide we want to fuse him with something. It never hurts to have more personas. We still have a couple slots open, so we'll just roll with it. And, we'll see what we want to do. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's nice, because it's been a while. I haven't played this in long enough that some of it is still kind of fresh to me again. So... okay. So now that we got that over with, let's check our chest out. What is that? We got an accessory. Let me see what that does. 2 strength. We'll put that on Brother for now. Ryuji has a little more strength than Brother does, but that's alright. We can still do some pretty decent physical attacks on Brother. So, we'll roll with that on him for right now. There is one thing we can loot here. Whoops. And then we are at the stairwell. I think there may be a locked chest in the stairwell. But I think we're out of lockpicks.
Focus.
Can't remember how many floors. And we're moving along here, though. I think there's at least 1 or 2 more floors.
Focus.
So this one is not super long.
A safe room might be close
So-
by, Joker.
Show me your true form.
Let's see what we can get our hands on. Oh, there was a safe room back there, too. I was too busy on the ambush. Bareth again, I think. Bareth is weak to...
Shadow's weaknesses.
So we have ice, and Silky was weak to fire. So we're gonna use Silky, and we're gonna knock down Bareth with Bufu, and then we're gonna pass to On, and we'll let On handle the fire attack, and then we're ready to roll.
Go ahead.
Not over yet.
So there we go.
See that again, Panther?
And we'll just do another all out.
Okay, guys.
I'll have to check later and see if there's anything in the first palace that I know gives SP items, so I have a better idea what I want to negotiate with item-wise.
See it.
Okay, so we have another safe room. Let's see, how many personas do we have? We have 4. Let's go back. We'll go back to the Velvet Room real quick. We'll see if there's anything interesting we can fuse again.
This looks usable.
It'll just be a quick pit stop, and then we'll get back to exploring. Save real
I'll
quick.
just add this.
Yeah, we'll run back to the entrance. We'll see if there's anything we want to fuse. I'm not sure if there's anything we want to fuse right now. It'll just be a quick check, and then we'll get back to exploring. Because it has been a while since we really got to actually do some serious action in a palace, so I want to try and get as much done as we can. Let's see what we can fuse.
you have business with me?
Time for some rehabilitation.
You wish to perform. Let us begin the search.
Everything is too high level for us right now. If we were level 7, we could fuse some new stuff.
Excessive power only leads to destruction.
We got the suck, 2 C's.
Excessive
We
power
have...
only leads to
Oh
destruction.
yeah, this is like the weird dragon turtle guy. I forgot about that. Alright, so right now there's nothing we can fuse, but we know that if we come back, we have some new stuff we can fuse if we get 1 more level. So we'll definitely want to make a pit stop here, probably by like next safe room. Next safe room will probably be level 7 by the time we get there. So we'll have to remember to make a pit stop back here, and we'll fuse some new stuff.
No slacking off.
We can't yet. We're not level 7, so we got to get 1 more level, and then we can fuse some new guys. But we're making pretty good progress here. So we have. I should check my. We got to be close to level 7. Oh my God, we're 19 experience away from level 7. Shit. All right, let's go back to the safe room. Let's see if we can get into a fight real quick. Let's get brother to level 7. I want to fuse one of those level 7 personas. Let's see if we can get in a quick fight outside the safe room, because I want to keep fusing stuff. Yeah, there's a guy right here. So we'll knock him out real quick. This has got to be. We're super. I didn't realize we were that close to 7. So let's grab a level real quick and we'll fuse something new. This is a decent sized fight.
Use wind to hit its weak point.
Oh, where's our boy Kelpie at? There we go. We'll knock these guys down.
Go down.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would like to. I want to get some more personas.
Ooh. Looking cool,
Let's go.
Joker.
You're mine.
Ooh. Looking cool, Joker.
And we'll just do another all out. Since these apparently don't have anything good to negotiate with. Alright. Please give me at least 19 experience. Okay, there we go. So we should be level 7. Let's we'll run back to Velvet Room real quick. We'll do another fusion.
Level up.
We'll see what we can fuse.
Okay.
That's all it takes for me.
You always want to be fusing. Gotta get that big persona collection.
Hey.
It definitely helps. If you're not fusing often, you're gonna fall behind. It's the way that the characters level up. Like the amount of experience you need to level up the character versus the persona. There's a big difference. So it's way easier to level up Joker than it is to level up personas. So the easiest way to stay on top of things level-wise is to just keep fusing higher level personas. It puts you at a big advantage to always be fusing at the limit of what your level is. So we'll see. We could definitely fuse at least 1 level 7. We may be able to fuse 1 more, depending on what the combo was. And then we will get back to exploring once we do these fusions real quick. Because I want to keep rolling here, so we'll make this real fast.
What path do you
Gathion and Incubus. Okay, so Incubus is used for both of these fusions, so we can only fuse 1.
Looks pretty tough.
I mean, this guy is ice. We already have an ice persona. Let's see what the suck has.
I see. A strong persona indeed.
Not either one's not super great. Let's let's fuse the suck, just because we can, I guess.
A strong
Well,
persona
let's see. Actually, Genbu has pretty decent stats. Well, which one do I want to fuse right now?
Looks pretty tough.
What are we giving up for Gathion and Incubus?
Looks pretty tough.
We can pass on 2 skills. This guy's pretty decent. He's pretty good stats all around. Let's fuse Genbu, and we'll take the curse skill and I think the physical attack from Gathion. And that'll give us some decent skills. Let's do that. We'll grab this guy real quick. So we'll pass the curse skill, we'll pass the physical skill, and we'll move
Its
on.
power will be now for
No bonus XP. We don't have the social link unlocked for Temperance yet. Temperance is actually, I believe Temperance is Sojiro. And we won't get him unlocked until a little later on. So we'll just roll with it for now. No bonus XP. But it's still a level 7 persona. So, not bad. And that'll also, I mean, we can fuse this guy again later. It's nice because basically as you build your personas, they'll get more abilities just from fusion. And then you can keep fusing them and really keep stacking stuff up.
Excessive power
So,
only leads leads to
as we see here, there's
destruction.
some other stuff we can fuse at level 10, which we can't do yet. This is great. Slime actually is strong against physical attacks, which is good. So we'll probably try and fuse him
You can't handle this.
a little later on. I think Andrus is the weird bird man. we'll probably come back for him too. He's actually a pretty good caster, if I remember right. Okay, so we did our fusion.
Already?
Let's get back to exploring here.
No
I don't want to
slowing
waste too much
down.
time goofing around in the Velvet Room. But we're gonna spend a ton of time in the Velvet Room on this playthrough anyway. You know, out of like 100 some hours, we'll probably spend honestly 5 or 10 total just sitting in the Velvet Room fusing stuff. So
I should write something.
let's save. We're already up to almost 7.5 hours of playtime. All right, let's get back to the safe room. This game is incredibly long. I mean, 7.5 hours,
Okay.
and we're still
Where do we
like
go from here?
the game's still giving us new stuff. Like we're still getting almost like I don't want to say tutorials, but the game's still teaching us things 7 hours in. It's a long game.
I'll reveal your true form.
We're gonna have a lot going on here. Oh, let's see. Fire. All right. We'll shoot Incubus. And how long do I think the game is? My first playthrough, I think I finished Persona 5 at 130 hours almost in my first playthrough. Honestly, this playthrough is probably going to be just as long just because I'm going to take a few detours this time so we can do some cool shit. There's a few little tricks here and there you can do.
Electricity.
I want to make sure there are some excellent personas that you can't get unless you almost kind of go out of your way on the first playthrough.
Not over yet.
There's quite a few, like basically if you're just playing the game normally, you're not going to get probably higher than mid 60s or like low 70s level wise. And a lot of the really good personas can't. Fuck, did she really miss? Are you kidding me?
Fire skills.
Come on. So the plan here. Oh, there's the stream pupper. She's alive. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, we're gonna try and get to a higher level than you'd normally get before the end of a playthrough, because I want to make sure we can fuse. I want to make sure we can fuse some of the really cool personas at the end game. I definitely want to show them off. Yep, real doggo. I put a picture of Sid in the stream feed of the setup in here. I got her bed on the floor in here, and she was chilling. She's sitting here watching me fight all day. On leveled up. We're doing pretty good. We're making decent progress so far. I forgot how much I love this damn game. It's hooking me all over again. You know, I only played it like 4 or 5 months ago. I played it over the summer, and oh man, I forgot how much I love this game. It is so. I can sit here and talk about how much I love this game all day. I won't make you guys listen to it the whole time, but it really is fucking great.
I'll reveal your true form.
All right, so we're gonna keep working with it. We got almost like a little maze going on here. Oh, we've already fought Kelpie. What's Kelpie week 2? Electricity. I think we have electricity on us right now. We don't. Let's show off the new guy. We just fused Genbu, Turtle Man. Let's show off some of our. He should be a pretty decent physical attacker, especially with we picked up that accessory that gave Joker some extra strength. So let's see how much damage we can do with a lunge.
Go down.
Ah, see, solid, real solid. So we'll let On mop this one up with a regular melee, and then we'll let Ryuji
Gorgeous Panther.
knock this one down. Actually, let's let Mona melee this. We'll let Ryuji use another physical. I think we can finish it off without even wasting any SP on this fight. There's definitely sometimes it's better. We couldn't quite finish him. Sometimes it's better, especially early on. You don't want to necessarily use all your heavy. Christ, come on! Oh, come on! Son of a bitch. So you definitely don't want to use all your heavy SP abilities early on, just because you're gonna run out of SP so fast. Like we've been trying to conserve SP, and we've only been in this first palace for like an hour, maybe. And we're already, if you look down there, so the second number is our SP, and pretty much all our characters are at half SP already. And we've been trying to go pretty light on abilities, so we're definitely gonna try and, you know, just for the sake of getting as much exploration done in one day as we can. We're gonna try and conserve SP, but I'm tired of fucking around here, so we're gonna knock this guy down and just let's negotiate with him. Let's see what we can get item-wise from Kelpie, since we haven't done him yet. Nah, nothing great. I think Exorcism Water fixes it fixes some debuffs for either one person or the whole party. Nothing amazing, but we'll take it. It's better than nothing. I kind of want to get an idea of who negotiates what, just so I really want to find the shadows that give SP items in negotiations, so we can actually get some SP restoring stuff, because this is really sucking right now. I want to be able to keep going. If we run out of SP too soon, we're gonna have to cut the exploration short today. I can't remember which way is the right way here. We're kind of in a little maze loop here. Well, no, let's go the other way. So it looks like the other way goes to a dead end first. So let's see what's down in. Let's see what's down here. I can't remember. I think there might be a chest or something in here. Oh no! I think there is a little puzzle. I think we need to get these books. SP is basically the equivalent of mana in like a Final Fantasy game or something else. Like SP is what I'll show you real quick once I pick this up. We need to grab these books for like a puzzle, I think, or something. I can't remember what the hell the books are for. Yeah, I think the books are for a puzzle. So, all right. Let's look at Joker's persona. Let's look at Genbu, because I think he has both. So if you look at Genbu's skills, so Bufu is a magical damage spell. So Bufu is an ice element spell, and it uses SP when you cast it. Now, generally, like the magic spells all use SP. So like Rakunda is a debuff that also uses SP. Iha is just a curse damage skill, it uses SP. But the physical skills actually use health. So when you use a physical damage skill, it actually uses your health instead of your SP, your mana. So early on, especially, when we don't have a lot of SP and we don't have an easy way to restore it, physical persona abilities are a good way to do decent damage without wasting all your SP early on. So we're definitely going to try and lean on that, because Brother and Ryuji both have pretty decent physical abilities. Weak to wind. Do I have enough ammo? Man, I am out of ammo for Brother. That sucks. What else is Pixie weak to? Pixie's weak to Curse, so we can knock her down with Curse, and we'll let Mona handle the Jarman. Wow, 152 damage. Get wrecked, son. Alright, who's up next? Mona's up next. We can't baton pass to Mona, so we'll just do a melee. We'll let Mona knock these down, because Mona has wind abilities. And we'll do another all-out. And, oh, we're gonna smoke them. We'll do a little all-out attack here in a sec. We'll knock all the Jarmen down. And then we'll keep moving. I'm not sure how far we're gonna make it, just because we're gonna run out of SP soon enough. I'm pretty sure there's a sub-boss coming up. I might try and make it to at least the sub-boss this day, and then we'll probably have to take a break from the palace just to get our SP and stuff back. Because we're gonna run out of, especially if we do end up fighting that boss, we're gonna end up running out of SP probably and trying to fight that guy, because we're actually gonna have to use like skills. Come on, dog, turn around. I want to get you. Come on. There we go. Okay.
Show me your true form.
So what do we got? We got Silky and Incubus. Incubus is weak to gun. We don't have Bless. On can handle Silky with fire. I don't have plan. Alright. We'll melee. We'll let Mona knock down Incubus. Whoops. Come on, Mona. There we go.
It's almost scary how good I am.
That's right. We can't pass, because Mona doesn't have it unlocked. Is On up next? Ryuji's up next. What do we want to do here? Whoa, melee Incubus. I should finish him off. On should hopefully get to move after Ryuji.
Don't let your guard down.
Let's see if Ryuji might be able to knock one of these down with a physical skill, honestly. Super close. Super close. He did get it, though. So crits also count as hitting a weakness. So if you crit, you also get a 1 more. That's another way to get a 1 more besides just hitting a weakness. So we'll let Ryuji finish this one off. And then On has fire, so we can knock down Silky, and then we get an all out, and then we're done. Actually, we'll negotiate with Silky. I want to see what kind of items we can get from Silky. More health items. I was really hoping for an SP item, but that's all right. We'll keep going.
Yeah, nice.
A spectacular victory.
All right.
let's see. How much of this little maze area do we have left? Not much. Let's, we're gonna heal real quick, too. Ah, man. Everybody is getting low on SP. Right, heal. Ryuji's hurting a little. An's hurting a little. We'll let Brother ride. He's okay, health-wise. So, let's keep going. Is there anything we can loot here? I think I might have missed something we can loot. I guess not. Alright. Let's keep going.
It's somewhere.
Let's make it through the little maze part here. I think there's more books in these rooms up ahead we have to get.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, there's something we got to do with that ram's head on the wall, if I remember right. So let's work our way through here. Let's hit up. We're gonna hit up all these rooms on the way because there's stuff in these that we need to do. I'm almost positive. Let's see what we got going on in here.
Focus.
Yeah, there's another book we can loot. Nothing else we can loot. Oh, holy shit, it came out of nowhere. And we got ambushed. Fuck. So, these guys all get a free round on us, basically. Damn. Just right on top of me. What are we weak to? Wind. Who's up next? Mona's up next. Man, we're gonna waste all Mona's SP knocking these guys down.
I'm not done.
Alright.
We're on the defensive. Watch out!
Oh, we gotta knock down Pixie. Forgot about that. Okay. Let's see here. It's Garu action. Knock these guys down so we can get it all out. And, keep moving on. Damn, Kevin, that guy just freaking jumped out of nowhere. I hate getting ambushed.
Scary how good I am.
I'm still pretty happy with how this this first run through the palace is going, though. But I haven't played in a while, so I'm a little rusty. I just finished playing Persona 4
Come on.
a couple weeks before I started this, so I'm not totally rusty on Persona, but I am definitely I'm rusty on Persona 5 for sure. It's been a little while. So let's grab all these books. I think they're for a puzzle in here. We'll grab them for now. I can't remember exactly what they're for, but it's the first palace. It'll be pretty simple. So let's keep moving here. Let's take care of this guy in the hallway.
Be careful.
And I think there was a locked chest at the end of that hallway down there. We'll go check that out in a minute. I'm pretty sure there was a locked chest. There was at least a chest down there. Kelpie. Electricity. Do I have electricity? No. We're actually, let's use some physical skills. Let's try and save some SP. Yeah, we can do a good bit of damage here. I think we could probably have Ryuji do a lunge, and we'll let An hopefully finish it off. Let's give this a whirl and see if we can do it without using any SP. Yeah, okay. Not too bad.
Took them all out. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and really conserve here so I can get us through some more of this palace before we have to get out of here.
That's all it takes for me.
So let's loot this. That'd be nice. Once we get out of here, we can cash in some of this treasure we picked up. And fuck, is someone gonna hop out of here and ambush me again? They got me paranoid now. The last time I went in one of these rooms, they were all up in my shit. The dude just popped up out of nowhere. He scared the piss out of me. Let's grab the other book. And let's keep rolling. Okay, nothing is gonna jump out and scare me. That's good. Let's see. Into this hallway. Yeah, there is a treasure chest down there. Let's. I don't think we can do anything with the ram's head yet. Let's just double check. Yeah, see, we need something for this, but we'll check it out real quick just to see what the deal is. Yeah, we're missing something to do this part yet, so we're gonna come back here. So let's keep moving. We're not meant to go this way yet. So let's keep heading down this hallway. Let's see if we can sneak up on this guy.
Talk about luck.
See, now we're getting to a high enough level that these guys are showing up as blues. They're lower level than us now, so the fight should be getting easier as we're leveling up, especially because we're getting higher level personas. This is just the Gathion again. Weak to wind. Man, Mona's running really low on SP though. Let's try. We're gonna use some more physical skills. I want to try and save some of Mona's shit. Ah, nice. Joker critted. Real nice. Okay. Let's go. Let's do another lunge. And what we'll do is we'll let Mona knock one down.
It's almost scary how good I am.
And then, we'll knock. Well, let's see, who's up next here? Ryuji's up next. Let's knock them all down. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to finish this in one turn. I don't want these guys to beat the shit out of me.
This is a holdup.
So let's just do another all out. Keep moving.
Finish him. Game over.
Getting a lot of XP though.
Okay.
And actually probably a good bit of money. How much money do you have? We got almost 18,000 yen, which is pretty good considering we came in here with I think about 8,000. So we're doing pretty good money-wise.
Oh.
Let's use our last lockpick and see what's in this chest. We're gonna make some more lockpicks once we get out of this palace. Okay. We got at least one SP item, so that's good. We can get a little more SP back if we want to decide we want to keep exploring. Let's see what is in here. There's really nowhere else to go. Let me heal up. I think there might be a fight coming up in here. Let me, man, everybody's so low on SP. Let's get everybody topped off just in case. I'm not sure if we're gonna get wrecked when we go in here or not. I feel like there might be a mini boss or something in here.
Well then.
Yeah, see, so this is I think this is the whole reason we're picking the books up. I think we're gonna do something with the books. We're gonna pop them in here. They even got a book for Ryuji. The Fulgurate.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna put the books in here. I don't know if there's a specific order. Let me check the other ones.
Focus.
Let me see what we got going on here. I can't remember if you need to put these in a certain order or not. See, these books are about Kamoshida, and I think we have a king book. I think Kamoshida's would probably want to go into king, because he's the king of the castle. So let's put the king book in the Kamoshida slot, because I think if you fuck this up, I think there is a fight. Let's try and think this through here.
Is this?
Okay, yeah. See, this one's female students, and we have a queen book, so I would guess that. Oh yeah, and see, there's one here about An, and An's the queen of the castle. So queen book definitely goes in here. And then the other one was the students at the school, which Kamoshida sees as slaves. So slave book goes in this one. And then we're good. That should be, I think we just solved the puzzle. We should be in good shape. So let's see. Yeah, and then we got a secret room. I think this is what gets us through that ram's head door. I think there's something in here that we grab. Let's take a peek here. What do we got? This is Kamoshida's weird jerkatron for Shiho. Not creepy at all. Don't worry, On, we'll get him.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So let's see, what's old Kamoshida got hiding out in his creepy sex dungeon here? What are we missing? Ah, right there. That's what we're looking for. Kamoshida's medal. This should be the key for that. This should be the key for that ram's head door with the bars that we were stuck at before. And I think we got the other half of the map. Yep. So I think we should now. Yeah. So now we have the whole map, and now we know where the treasure is too. So we're probably about at the halfway point through this palace. Yeah. Thanks, Mona. Backing me up.
All right.
So let's keep moving. We'll
See it.
we're definitely starting to be hurting on SP, and I don't have a ton of restoration items, so I don't think I would like some of these. I definitely don't want to waste yet. So let's try and go a little bit further. I think we can probably make it to at least another safe room. And then once we get to a safe room, we may have to leave the palace for a day just to get some SP back. So then we'll come back tomorrow.
Joker.
We can also make a couple pit stops along the way tomorrow. We can hit up some of the vending machines and get some SP items around town. So we'll come back tomorrow a little more prepared, hopefully. for day 2 of the palace. So let's see here. Let's roll through here. I think there is a safe room up here.
I can see it.
Yeah, and you know, I think there's actually, I think the sub boss is up here.
Safe room might be.
I don't know if I want to try and fight. I mean, there is a safe room here. We'll save. We'll save real quick, and we'll try and fight the sub boss. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fight the sub boss in the state we're in now. We're kind of hurting in terms of in terms of everything. I don't know what I want to do here.
All right.
Hi, Pupper. Yeah, I think there's a sub boss out in here. I'm almost positive. Out of this big area.
Focus.
And I'm worried we might get smoked if we go out here and try and do this fight now. I'm not sure we're gonna be ready for this fight. I think there is a lot of enemies up here.
Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a boss fight up here. We'll take a crack at it. I mean, we just saved, so there's no risk to us if we try it and fail. So let's try and fight the sub boss. If we can finish the sub boss, we're definitely going to be worn out SP wise for the day. So I think what we'll try and do is we'll try and beat the sub boss, and if we can, great. If we can't, that's fine too. And then either way, once we're finished with this part, we'll probably stop in the palace for today so we can go back and get juiced up a little bit, because we're hurting for stuff right now. Let's see if we can pull this off. I think the sub boss here is the Archangel, which is it's a super cool persona actually. I love the design of Archangel. Pretty cool early on persona. So yep, we pissed off a tough guy. Yep, there he is. This is a cool guy. Really cool persona. We will get one of these later on. I think Archangel's like a level 11 or level 13, 14 persona. So we can't get one of these for ourselves yet, but we will get one eventually. So let's try and knock this guy down. Oh yeah, this is where they explain to you about guarding.
Look, he's trying to do something. It's important to guard if you
So-
think you're in danger.
What he just did is he just used charge, which basically, so
I don't see a weakness.
if you look here, the attack with 2 arrows means this boss just raises his attack stat 2 stages. So next time he attacks, he's gonna hit super fucking hard. So what we're gonna do is we're all gonna guard, and that way when he does his charge attack, he won't hit us too hard. When you're guarding, you cannot get knocked down and you take reduced damage. So, but see, I mean, that hurt. He hits like a truck still. So that was a charge attack on a guarding character, and he still hit for 55 damage. So he hits pretty damn hard. Do we want to try and debuff him? I don't think I even want to waste the SP. We'll debuff him. We'll take a crack at it. We'll lower his defense. It gets us 3 turns, and we'll let Ryuji hit him with a physical. Let's see how much damage we can do. Not bad. Let's see how we want to do this. I'm actually gonna have Mona heal Ryuji because he's already hurting from the charge attack. We'll have On do. On's a pretty good spellcaster. We'll let On use some SP. Unfortunately, he resists fire, so that sucks. So he's gonna do a charge attack again. So we're gonna do the same thing, because we're gonna guard this whole turn, so we don't get completely smoked by this charge attack. This track playing right now, this is different from the normal battle theme. This is like the sub boss theme. This is a good tune. Most of the boss themes are pretty good. All right, let's have Brother try out a physical. Let's see how much damage we can do with Brother with the turtle persona. Not bad. We're doing pretty respectable here. We'll do the same thing. We'll have Ryuji do another heavy, decently hitting physical attack. Wow, the boss still has his defense debuffed. We should probably just go pretty hard, honestly, all the way through, because he's only going to be debuffed for one more turn. We should do as much damage as we can. So we'll have Ann hit him too. He's almost dead. I think we can finish him next turn. We're going to have to guard again this turn so we don't get smoked. But we'll guard. He won't be able to kill anybody. And then we'll finish him off next turn. And then we'll actually have made it through the sub-boss. So we did pretty good, actually. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it. Skull is fucking beat up right now.
You're mine.
Close, though. We're going to knock him out. We'll let Skull finish him off. There we go. I think that's probably our first sub-boss that we fought so far. We should all get a level up. That's a good bit of XP. Most of us leveled up. So that's pretty good. So we can also hopefully get some new fusions here soon. I think our next fusions that we could do were at level 9. So we may have a little bit more to do. But, so that's good. So we did at least knock the sub-boss out.
Damn it.
That went pretty well. It went better than I expected it was going to. So I think that was finally our last tutorial fight, hopefully. I think. Not 100% on that. Wow. And then a shitload of stuff spawns. So what we are going to do is we need to heal first. Ryuji is in bad shape. Let's heal. We'll do like 1 or 2 more fights. Man, Christ, we don't even have a lot of SP to even heal with. Let's do 1 or 2 more fights in here. I think there might be a couple new personas that we haven't seen before, some new shadows in this room. Let's do 1 or 2 more fights, and I think we'll probably call it, because we're gonna have to leave and get healed up. This is Barrett again. So we need ice. We already have ice on Genbu. Let's knock these guys down. That's right. 1 more level, we can get ourselves a Barrett. He's level 9.
Looking cool, Joker.
So let's knock these guys out. We'll do 1 more fight. And we got everybody else level 8.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Easy win.
Oh, let's see.
Nothing.
Oh, there's a lot of dudes right there. I don't want to try and get all up in that. It's a lot of stuff happening here. All right, let's see. I want to fight 1 more guy. Let's wait for this guy to come back. I think we can ambush one of these guys here.
I'll
Yeah, there we
reveal
go.
your true form.
We'll knock this guy real quick. See what we get. See if we get anything new personas we can see. Nope, same guys.
The first move is
What are we
weak
weak to?
fire skills.
Fire. Who's up next? Brother's up next. Let's have Mona knock down Incubus. We'll melee. Whoops. Didn't want to melee Incubus, but that's okay.
This one's weak to electricity.
Fire and electricity. I don't think Brother has any of these right now. No. That's okay. We'll just do a physical attack. Who's up next?
Not that.
Ryuji's up next. Yeah, that's okay. We'll do a physical attack. We'll let Ryuji mop one up. I think Joker's gonna crit anyway. Nice. 160 damage. Not too shabby. Joker's doing pretty good for himself. So what we're actually gonna do, we're just gonna pass right to On then. We'll give On the 1 more. We'll let her knock this one down. And then we can do an all out. Holy shit. We're getting pretty strong compared to the Shadows in the Palace at this point, at least for this stage. We're doing a lot more damage than we were an hour and a half ago. But so that'll be good. So when we come back tomorrow, we'll be in pretty good shape to hopefully... We may even finish this palace tomorrow. Especially if I can pick up a few SP items along the way, which if all the vending machines are available at the school and stuff tomorrow, I think I can get enough SP items, and we're getting to a decent enough level, we can probably do the other half of the palace tomorrow. They spotted me. They spotted me. Alright. Not good. Let's fight this guy too, I guess. Didn't realize they were gonna see me. Electricity. This guy, damn. We didn't get the ambush, so... That's okay. I think we can still handle these guys, no problem. Come on, Mona, get your shit together. Damn.
This one's weak to electricity.
Electricity. I don't have electricity. Shit. Let's see what Joker can do. Ooh, okay. This is actually going to be more of a fight than I thought. We're just going to let Ryuji knock all these guys down, because I don't want to try and do this fight right now. Because we already beat the sub-boss. I don't want to end up screwing up a regular fight and dying, because we're kind of in a rough spot. I want to definitely be able to get back and save. So we're just going to let Ryuji knock these down. This is our last fight anyway. We need to get the hell out of here. We're hurting. So let's finish these guys off. We're going to go back to the safe room. And then this will be a good place to stop. And then we can come back and finish the palace tomorrow. That's the plan. So let's see here.
Okay.
Done and done.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
It's somewhere.
Definitely a good place to stop. We made a lot of progress, though, for the first day of the palace with not much stuff. So I'm pretty happy with how much progress we made, honestly. I think that went well. Let's save. We won't worry about fusions right now. I don't think we even have any new fusions yet. Yeah, these are all the same ones. So we won't even be able to do anything until, I think, level 9, where our next fusions we could do right now. So let's go back to the entrance. Yeah, we'll go back to the gate. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna head home. And then we should be, we're looking pretty good for next time, though. We made pretty good, we made good progress. So when you finish infiltrating for the day, the game kind of leaves you a, it kind of gives you a log of what you did. So when you come back next time, you kind of remember where you left off. And we did a shitload today. So this infiltration log is going to scroll for a little bit. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So we managed to pull off a lot in one day. So pretty good first infiltration.
Yes.
Yeah, we're halfway through. I'm pretty confident we can knock the other half out next time. So we'll get to actually see the treasure. And then we'll get to fight Kamoshida. So when you finish a palace, you go straight home after leaving the palace. Normally you get a block of time in the evening where you can do stuff. We don't get that on infiltration days. So in the evenings you go straight home. Pretty much all you can do is go right to bed. Yeah, so pretty much nothing we can do right now. So all we're gonna do is, Sojiro's giving us grief again. I still like him though. Still a cool dude. He's kind of a dick in the beginning. Get a job, you fucking bum. But he's still a bro. He's a cool dude. He helps you out a lot later. And so, I don't know, Sojiro runs a cafe in one of the basically back streets of Tokyo. I don't think we talked about that yet. His specialty is coffee and curry. Kind of a weird combo. But that's what he does. So, oh yeah. So tonight we can, I think tonight we can clean our room. Or maybe those are people, I don't know. There might have been some people who skipped the palace the first day.
Hey.
And maybe they did other stuff in the evening. I don't know why you would come back and study. Like, we're 2 weeks away from getting kicked out of school by Kamoshida. And some people decided they wanted to come back and do some studying. But, so we're gonna crash. Then tomorrow's a new day. And then we'll be ready to hit the palace up after. We have a couple pit stops to make. We might actually just do those now. Let's do the school day. Because I don't think the school day's long today. These poor guys, all they want is a hot grill. They just can't do it. Gotta get smart.
Nice.
Alright. They're just giving us a tutorial. There are some points where when you have free time, you can read books, and they'll boost some of your stats. We'll just be a dick to Mona, just because we can.
Wow.
But yeah, so there's points you can read. We'll make sure to go pick up some books and stuff when we have some free time. When you get like free time on the train to school and stuff, you can read. It'll boost some of your social stats. It's a good way to fill in some empty hours here and there.
Let's get started.
Okay, I don't know if we had any of these yet. Some days at school you actually have to answer questions in class. If you get it right, you get a little boost to your knowledge. And a lot of these questions will be on the... You actually have to take, like, midterms and stuff, because you're still... Even though you're a super cool Phantom Thief trying to save the world, you still got to make sure you don't fail your exams, or, you know, you're going to get fucking kicked out of school, then you're boned. So, there's kind of a lot of balance here. Like, basically, you spend a fair amount of time in the palaces and screwing around and stuff, but then you still have to do the whole student thing. Work on your social stuff, and there's a lot going on. So he's going to ask us a question. And I don't remember, but we can cheat. I think it's actually neither. Apparently, it's C. At least that's what the internet's telling us. And I mean, of course, you can always trust the internet. So we'll go with what the internet said. We'll go with C.
This is
See if
it.
we're right.
You do
Okay,
know.
internet hooked us up. So. And so since we got that right, we'll get a point or two in knowledge. So.
Nice going.
We're super geniuses now. We figured out an optical illusion. So we get 1 point in our knowledge. I don't think we're gonna rank it up yet. So we're still shitty. All our stats suck. We're still the oblivious milquetoast bumbling idiot. But that's okay. We'll get there. And some of these actually tie into what's going on in the metaverse. Like right now we're talking about cognition and how perception is reality, and you know. So, and this all ties in perfectly with just going into the first palace and everybody just figuring out all this cognitive world stuff. So,
I see.
it all ties together still. Some of the questions are pretty interesting. It's actually, a lot of these are almost like Jeopardy-style trivia questions that are actually, they're kind of interesting. So. Alright, so let's see. Yep, so we're done with the school day. Yeah, see, Ryuji wants us to go back. I think we are going to go back. But,
Wow.
so Ryuji wants us to hang out. I think we'll actually, maybe we'll hang out with Ryuji. But what we're gonna do first is I do want to make those pit stops real quick and see if I can pick up. I want to pick up those SP items. So hold on a sec here. As if I remember right, there's a vending machine in the courtyard that sells SP soda. Yeah. So we can buy this. We can buy this. That'll get us some SP back. Let's see. These are all HP. There is one in... Let's see. I think we unlocked Shibuya. Yeah, let's go to Shibuya. There's some in... I believe on Center Street, or maybe in the arcade. We can get some SP items in Shibuya as well. So let's hit up Shibuya real quick. Oh yeah, we can go to the Velvet Room here as well, if you want to do some fusions outside of the metaverse.
Wait.
Let's see what kind of books we have too. We should probably grab a couple of
What
these
can
while
I
we're
get
here.
you?
Yeah, we'll grab all these. So this one boosts proficiency when you read it. This one boosts kindness, and this one boosts charm. We'll grab all these for now. We'll sit on them until we need them. Let's see. I want to go to the arcade, and I want to get the SP stuff out of there. Let's do that real quick. There's a couple things I want to do. And then we'll hang it with Ryuji real quick. Because I think we can get his social link up to 2. And then we can get the baton pass for him. Yeah. I definitely want to get the baton pass for Ryuji. Because that'll make life easier when we're fighting. So, let's see. This one's SP. That cures sleep. Let's snag these two just in case we need them. And I think the only other one we can go to right now is back in Young and Jaya. Oh, that's right. We need to work on the Doctor Social Link too. Well, for now, let's go back and we'll grab the sodas, the SP sodas, because I think with all the SP items we have now, I think we can definitely make some progress. I think we could probably finish the palace next time. So let's snag the sodas out of here. I think you can buy 4 out of this machine. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So right now, we finally have some SP items. We have enough to restore, let's see, what, 10, 50. Yeah, that's not bad. So we have a decent amount of SP items now. So let's go. We'll hang out with Ryuji. We'll get his, you know what? I want to buy the TV while I'm here too.
How can I help you?
This will let us watch DVDs in our room on off nights. We can play video games too. And they can boost some of your stats. So we buy a shitty TV, we get a free DVD player. We have money to burn. Oh man, I'm forgetting everything. Speaking of money to burn, we also have a whole bunch of treasure from the palace. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to Shibuya real quick. And we're gonna hit up the shop. And we're gonna sell all this treasure and see if we can get a little more money. Because it definitely doesn't hurt to have some cash. So let's go back to the gun shop real quick. We're gonna wrap this all up pretty soon. Don't make me go back to the Velvet Room right now. I don't have anything to do in there.
Hey, inmate.
Yeah, I know.
I was waiting.
Ah, come on. You know what? I think this may boost our, I think this may boost our social link with Igor. I think we may get our first persona slot increase. Which would actually be nice, so this may be better than I thought. I was thinking this might just be another dumb tutorial. But I think we get a persona slot boost here. Yep. Okay. Huh. I know. Thanks, Igor. I appreciate it, bro. Oh, nope. Didn't even get anything. I thought we might get I thought his social link might go up. Because I know... I think pretty soon... Let me check Igor's real quick. So, Igor's social link... Yeah. Next time we rank up Igor... We get 2 more persona slots. But you don't really work towards Igor. Igor just kind of ranks up as you progress through the game. So I guess we don't get it yet. But so let's sell our treasure real quick. Let's see how much money we're sitting on. And then we're gonna hang out with Ryuji. And I think we'll be good after that. That's probably a good place to stop. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so. Okay, let's cash out all of our shit. See, so we're gonna get 8,800 yen for selling all this stuff. So we're gonna be sitting at over 20,000 yen right now. And I still don't think we're gonna buy anything.
Okay.
What accessories? Does he have any decent accessories? 10 SP. That's kind of tempting. Ultimately, it's not that good though. It's a lot of our money. I don't think we're not gonna buy anything yet. We're gonna sit tight on all this. I don't think I need any of this shit to beat the first palace. So let's answer Ryuji's message. We'll go hang out with Ryuji. And then we'll go to the palace tomorrow. Because if we rank Ryuji up once, we'll unlock Baton Pass for him. That seems worth it. So Ryuji wants to train. He used to be a member of the track team. So most of your social link with Ryuji, it starts out with you guys are just doing bro stuff. You just take some pre-workout and run around the school 12 times. The social links are basically... The social links are part of the story, too. As you work on the social links, you kind of get more of the backstory for each character as you work on their social link.
Damn it.
So, we know Ryuji used to be on the track team, and then we found out in Kamoshida's palace that Kamoshida broke his leg. And the track team doesn't exist anymore, and Ryuji can't run worth shit anymore. So, we're gonna start training with Ryuji and work on our bro bonds. And so the social links are the one point where your responses kind of matter. So if you're a dick during the social links, I know it's kind of tempting to be a dick, but if you're a dick during the social links, you won't rank up with them as fast. So you do actually want to try and not be a fucking asshole during the social links. So I think if we tell him he seems excited, I think that gets us at least 2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a decent answer.
Come on, man.
So we're gonna train with Ryuji. Gonna do some sprints. So they're almost like it's almost like little mini story cutscene type things, but they basically help flesh out all the characters. Some of the social links are really good. I mean, the social links are cool just to do anyway. I mean, they unlock abilities and stuff, but some of the social links, really almost all the social links, they're honestly all pretty good story-wise. None of them are really cheesy or anything. So it's like we get a little more backstory about Kamoshida here. So Kamoshida fucked up the whole track team basically, so he could make his. So he basically he wanted the volleyball team to have the spotlight. So Kamoshida sabotaged the track team and shut it down, so that more focus would be on his team, the volleyball team, because that's basically what he was famous for. And him and Ryuji never got along. I'd say it really does develop him. You know, like, Ryuji seems like kind of an asshole in the beginning. He is kind of an asshole, but he's still your bro. And, you know, you kind of see why he is the way he is. Because he's been getting shit on for years, and everybody thinks it's his fault. But, you know, he didn't do anything. The kind of recurring theme here is basically all the people in your squad, you're all kind of misfits. Like, and even An, like, you wouldn't think An would be kind of the misfit, you know, she's like the hot model type, but she's not very popular. Like, no one really likes her or trusts her. They all think she's, you know, too good for them. So, most of the people you end up partying up with, they're all people that have gotten shit on. And they're all kind of in the same boat as you. So Ryuji's had it pretty rough. So the track team's gone. Nobody likes Ryuji. They think it's all his fault. Because Kamoshida fucked with him. And then so next time we fuse a chariot persona, we'll get more experience bonus. So that's good. So that, you know, this all helps out in the metaverse.
All right.
Some people probably won't like the social link part as much as the exploration part in the metaverse and stuff, but I like both. I'd say you get a good amount of both, and you know I don't mind the social links and stuff. It's a nice break from the palaces because some of the palaces are pretty long. So you know you spend a lot of time in these palaces, and then you get a little breather in between. And you just get to do some more chill stuff, and you get to learn about the characters and stuff. It's pretty good.
See ya.
Hey,
All right, so we're all done with Ryuji for the day. So that was our afternoon time block. So we still have a time block in the evening. Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually.
yeah.
I don't even think Sojiro will let us leave yet in the evenings. Eventually, you can leave in the evenings and do other stuff, and you can work on certain social links or like do jobs, stuff like that. But I don't think we even have the ability to do that yet. So. For right now, maybe we'll study tonight. Let's see. What did the internet do tonight? Looks like most people either studied. We should make tools. If we make lockpicks, we're gonna make lockpicks instead of cleaning. We do want to get the room cleaned up, but we should make lockpicks first because there's a couple more chests we need to hit up in the palace. So let's do that tonight. So let's make we'll make lockpicks tonight, and then that'll be where we stop. We'll have plenty of time. We still got 12 days. We're hopefully gonna knock this out tomorrow. Yep, there's our TV that we bought. Look at that thing. Oh, it's even a super high quality. Looks like a Sunny. So we got a sweet DVD player. Eventually we can get a Nintendo. We can play some retro games on it.
Nice.
So let's see here. Well, let's save. We'll save for now. We'll call it here. I think we'll worry about making lockpicks tomorrow, and then we'll hit up the palace again tomorrow after school, and hopefully we will finish it up. So I think that's it for tonight, but make sure you check back tomorrow, hopefully. Okay? All right.